Ontario Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They're always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers! Start your day off right with your favorite drink from Brickhouse Coffee, next door to Brickhouse Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brickhouse Coffee has so many drinks to choose from: hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best iced tea in the valley with lots of different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brickhouse Deli with big, bold, fresh flavors. The valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Dayton Road in Imperial. No matter what you need to keep your home cool and comfortable, R&K Air Conditioning has it. From complete 10-star cooling systems to the latest in Wi-Fi capable thermostats, we have everything you need to stay comfortable. That's why you should make R&K Air Conditioning your first and only call for your cooling needs. Call 760-353-7570 or find us online at rkair.net. 10 stars, quality you can feel.
Saturday Field Band is finishing up with our national anthem, and I have to keep looking back Georgia Valley Center. I know that our band would be just as loud if they were playing on the track. Actually, we were closer than that at Valley Center.
They were right on top of it.
We were looking right down on top of it, yeah. Wow, the tubas there, they were pretty impressive.
And we don't have one tuba.
We need to get it. We need to.
Another tuba.
Oh, God, we got some baritones, but anyway. We digress. Couple of the games in the IVL tonight. Mexico will visit fourth-ranked Brawley up in the north end. And number 3, Central, will travel across the desert. They'll be visiting Blythe to play the Palo Verde Yellow Jackets tonight. In the Manzanita League, one game was scheduled this afternoon. That game was either canceled or postponed. It was a game the Calipatria was to go up and play in Vidali against Mountain Empire. And it was so windy, they had to call the game before it started because there was no power. And
I think John said they lost power.
Yeah, they lost power, so they were not able to play the game. I don't know whether that's going to be rescheduled for tomorrow afternoon, which they used to play games in the afternoon at Mount Empire for many years, but we have not heard yet whether that's going to be postponed or whether it is going to be canceled. And probably outside of the game we're seeing here tonight, the biggest game of the evening is in Holville. The 7-1 Vikings hosting the 7-1 Vincent Memorial Scots. They're both ranked number 2 and 3 in Division 5. Wow. It's a huge game there, so we'll keep tabs on all those games throughout our game here. The captains go out onto the field. Now Joey Ramos, one of the captains for the Tigers, along with Ethan Ramos, James Ponce, and they're going out, even though not suited up, Sebastian Mendoza, one of the captains for the Tigers tonight. We'll get you the Eagle captains in just a moment as they're getting ready to flip the coin to see who will be kicking off first, who will be receiving first. So sit back and enjoy Tiger football tonight. As we said, we'll keep you posted on the other games that are going on tonight. And so that Holville Vincent Memorial game, that's going to be something interesting. So we'll certainly keep an eye on how that one turns out and is going as the evening goes on.
They have John Romero's granddaughter.
Okay, so Johnny.
That.
Okay, that is cool. Yeah, I see her out there now. And so Johnny Romero's granddaughter is out there representing the family. 10th annual Johnny Romero Fireman's Helmet game between the Tigers and the Eagles. And the Tigers will be defending the eastern goal, or the northern goal. Southwest won the toss. They will decline it, and we'll kick off, and the Tigers will be receiving. So the Tigers will get first blood offensively. They'll defend the northern goal, and Southwest will defend the south goal and kicking off. Their captains, Carlos Salcedo, along with Josue Acosta, Alan Zermano, and also Joseph Enders Jr., the captains for Southwest tonight. And look down to see Sebastian
right here
with a cast on his left hand. He thought that maybe he had strained some ligaments in his hand. Remember, for the Brawley game, the first couple of plays of the game, in fact. But in fact, after MRIs, they showed that there was a fracture, so he is in a cast. They thought he might be able to play tonight, but there's no use in taking the chance of it and hurting him later in the season. And besides, it's kind of hard when you're doing so much passing and he's having to do so much blocking. He can't do it with one hand. He just can't do it. So he is not suited up tonight. So Tigers defending from the north, going right to left on your computer dial. Brian Bonillas will go deep to the northwest side of the stadium. For the Tigers, Joey Ramos will be to the near side. to start this one out. And it's good to see him moving a lot better than I have Tanner Travis.
Yeah.
He's got a good brace on his left knee, but he's doing pretty well, I think.
He looked good at Central.
Yeah.
And the one that I was impressed with was Sergio Serrano.
Yeah.
Ever since he got back, he's been all over the field.
He's got a huge brace on his left knee, one that was surgically repaired after tearing ligaments last year. But you wouldn't know it. Just seeing, if he didn't have the brace on, you wouldn't know there's anything wrong.
No.
He's just been playing that well. Kicking off for the Eagles will be Nathan De La Garza. And the kickoff will go, bounce twice. Short hop by Ryan Bonillas at the 10-yard line. He's out to the 25. Just at the block at the 30-yard line, cutting to the near side. He's out to the 40, trying to get another block to the 50, to the 45, and stumbles and falls. I think he went out of bounds, though, right around midfield, around the Tiger 48-yard line. And that's where the Tigers will take over first and 10 at their own 48-yard line. Jordan Reed will be a quarterback for the Tigers, has completed 55% of his passes for 1,485 yards, 18 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, but 2 of those were last week, and they were huge. Jesus Padilla will be starting at the low running back position. Joey Ramos will be at one split in, Brenton Adams at the other split. The slots are Ryan Bonillas and Jacob Gray. They're lined up in the shotgun formation from the 48-yard line. And out to the Epidito. Padilla gets to the 45. He breaks open to the 40-yard line. Going to be brought down, saving a touchdown, Benji Alvarez, but all the way down to the 35-yard line. He gained 17 yards on a first down for Padilla and the Tigers.
What a way to start off the night, right up the middle. One more defender, Benji. I remember that name from last year.
Right, he's about the only real prominent player from that championship team that's playing tonight now as a senior. He was on there as a sophomore 2 years ago. And out to Padilla around the right side. Padilla breaks one tackle, can't quite get the second one, but he's still going to get a couple of yards out of it. He'll get down to the 33-yard line, so the Tigers facing a second down and 8.
Ivan Zamora brought him down after a 2-yard gain.
Along the line for the Tigers, at centers we mentioned Daniel Mendenhall. The guards are Wolfgang Horner and Caleb Rowans. And the tackles tonight, James Stokes on the left side, Luis Amarias at the right tackle position. Second down and 8 from the 33-yard line of the Eagles. Tigers with the football. And it off to the end of the middle. Big blocking straight up the gut. Going to be brought down, but he'll get the first down. He'll get to the 20-yard line, and it'll be a first and 10 for the Tigers after a gain of 13.
What a hole.
You're not kidding.
What a wonderful job on the front.
And on the right side.
Yeah, that was on Caleb's side. Caleb's
right
on that side.
Right.
That's what hurt us last week. That right side hurt us last week, so they brought him in the guard. I just noticed that.
So Rowan's at guard. Amarias to tackle on the right side. Big hole that time. Reed goes back to back. Sets up in the pocket. Flips into the end zone. Passes out the receiver. Incomplete. It was in and out of the hands of Jacob Gray. Usually sure-handed, and he just couldn't grab it. It'll be a second down and 10.
Gosh. That was the TD there.
That's touchdown.
He dropped, I believe, 2 last week. One was questionable because he was low behind him.
Great job by Jordan of reading the defense.
Oh, that was beautiful.
And he just threw a perfect pass right on the button, but it was dropped. Second down and 10. Handed off the field over right tackle. Big hole again, and Jesus runs down near the goal line. Not going to begin, and he'll get down to the 3. Gain of 17 in the first and goal for the Tigers from a 3.
He has to come out. I think he got the wind knocked out of that bit. He got limped in anyway.
Already 49 yards on 4 carries for Padilla. 5'6", 180-pound senior.
Brendan Adams.
And up Brendan Adams up the middle. He cuts out to the outside. Going to be pulled down hard. Good job of the tackle. Sammy Lopez at 6 foot 240. He's going to bring him down right at the line of scrimmage. Second down and goal from the 3.
That's the difference between Padilla and Adams. Padilla, you don't bring him down like that.
No.
You have to write him down. You're not going to turn him around like that.
No.
Adams did.
Yeah, you can see he's just breaking that tackle and continuing. Brendan will stay into the lineup. Junior running back. Going to bring the receivers all in nearer to the line and not split out. Adams in motion. Low snap. They'll throw it out to Adams. He's going to catch it. Going to be tackled immediately. Good job on the open field tackle. The play that just took too long to develop. It'll be a third down. This will be a loss back to the 7-yard line. Third down and goal from the 7.
Yeah, he threw it behind. He spun him around. He lost all his momentum. And I still can't see the number. I think it's number 5. Joseph Enders that brought it down for a loss.
You know, we had a Joseph Enders in the field. Was that his son?
That's
Okay,
his son.
all right.
That's Phil Enders.
So,
younger brother.
Right, okay. Back to passes, Reed. Sets up. Puts over the middle as a receiver. Touchdown, Tigers. Coming up high and jumping to get it, Brenton Adams. And the Tigers are up 6-0.
Yeah, Brenton said, what is he, like 6'2"?
Yeah, and you saw that. Yeah.
And he put it up where nobody else could execute it.
So the Tigers used just 3 minutes and 9 seconds to get up on the board on a 7-yard touchdown pass from Jordan Reed to Brenton Adams. And Velasquez will come in for the extra point. Left-footed kicker.
How he's left-footed.
Yeah, he's left-footed. Riot, exactly. He has to turn around.
Oh, he's going right.
It's usually the righty. It would be different to do, though, when you think about it. Velasquez, ball is down, kick is up, and it is good. With 8:51 to go in the first quarter play, it's the Tigers 7, the Eagles 0.
Day in and day out, your publicly owned Imperial Irrigation District proudly delivers low-cost, reliable energy service to its customers in the Imperial and Grijalva Valley. When compared to other power providers, IID's residential, commercial, and governmental customers all save up to 50% on their monthly energy bills. That's because IID is committed to more than just delivering power. IID is committed to you. IID, where customers always come first.
Scoring time for the Tigers. They take the initial kickoff and go 8 plays, 52 yards in 3 minutes and 9 seconds. And a 12-yard touchdown pass from Jordan Reed, his 19th of the season. So Brenton Adams, his 6th reception touchdown of the year. And with the extra point by Velasquez, it's 7-0 Tigers. And Velasquez will be kicking out 8 touchbacks already this season. And deep to receive for the Eagles. And it's going to go deep all the way back to the 3-yard line. It's going to be brought out from the 3 out to the 15-yard line, hit and swung around, still on his feet, though, breaking tackles, and finally going to be brought down, but it'll be way back at the 15-yard line. And it was Enders who brought that one back, Joseph Jr. on that. So the Eagles would take over 1st and 10. They'll be at their own 15-yard line.
Yeah, Brandon Silva finally brought him down, but somebody hit him, and he spun away from them. Good job by Enders.
So 1st and 10 for the 15-yard lines for the Southwest Eagles. And on offense, Nathan Holkeen will be at quarterback, a junior at 6'1", 210. Joseph Enders will be his one running back. They'll be in the shotgun, and Enders will be to his right. Gets the snap, hands it off to Enders up the middle, nowhere to go, and the Tigers are going to stack him up for no gain. In fact, it's going to be a loss of a yard, and it will be a 2nd down and 11 from the 14. Micky Alvarez will start at one wide receiver spot. Eddie Velez will be at another. James Butcher and Joseph Enders Jr. at the other wide receiver positions. And then along the line, Seneca Haynes will be the center. Joseph Nava and Guillermo Lopez are at the guards, and Alex Villarreal and Josue Acosta at the right tackle spot. Back to passes, Holkeen. Looks out to the near side, going to complete the pass to Alvarez, and Alvarez will break one tackle, but then he can't break the next. We'll get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe to the 15. He'll get the yard back. It'll be a 3rd down and 10 from the 15.
Ethan Ramos finally brought him down. He came all the way from the other side of the field along with Brandon Silva to finish him off. I've got Silva with 3 tackles already.
So on a 3rd and 10, back to pass is Holkeen. Has some time. Runs out to the right side, finds nobody. He'll be shoved out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. It'll be a gain of a couple, but a 4th down and 8 coming up from the 17. Holkeen had nowhere to go. What a great defensive stand by the Tigers.
Yes, he had nowhere to pass out here. And I think they were way too deep. They got too deep and across the field. No shot. He's a good-sized boy, though. He looks like he could be a handful to bring down.
Yeah, you're right. Right, that's pretty good size. It was 6'1" and 210.
He looks fair in that.
Just had nobody to throw it to deep to receive this punt. Joey Ramos on the near side, Ryan Bonitas on the far side, and it'll be Benji Alvarez that will be punting. It's a high snap, able to bring it down, gets the punt off. Not a particularly good one. Joey Ramos will catch it at the 47 of the Eagles. Breaks away from one tackler, and will not get past the second. We'll get to the 40-yard line, and the Tigers will have the ball 1st and 10, and they'll be at the Eagles' 41-yard line.
See, that was Alan Cermeño that brought him down. Along with number 82, Jonathan Lopez.
Defensively for the Eagles, they have Alan Cermeño and Sammy Lopez at the defensive end position for those Josue Acosta. Linebackers Benji Alvarez, Samuel Arredondo, Carlos Salcedo, Jesus Dorame, and Joseph Finders Jr., Jonathan Lopez, Butcher in the back. It's going to be a high snap. Lee's going to have to go all the way back to his own 40-yard line. He's going to be tackled back there at the 43. So that snap mishandled, and he's going to get a big loss back to the Imperial 43-yard line. That's a loss of 17. Second down and 27.
Got a good bounce. Was able to pick it up on the first down, but not able to get away from Bernardo Gallego. He's hurting. I think he has to win knocked out of him.
So second down and 27, back at the Tiger 43-yard line. Ramos, Bonias will go wide to the left, along with Gray. Back to pass is Reed. Going to complete it to Gray at the 40-yard line. Missing a block. Ramos missed a block on that, and Gray has nowhere to go. He's going to be brought down. It'll be a loss of a yard on the play, so it'll be a third down and 28.
Yeah, he turned right into the defender. Just blocked by Brandon.
So third down and 28 from the 42 of the Tigers, and a drive that started at the southwest 40-yard line has gone backwards on two plays. Brandon Adams will come into the backfield for the Tigers. They'll have three wide receivers to the right, Ramos to the left. Hand it out to Brandon Adams. He's running, going to try to turn the corner, going to have no place to go. Gets hit at the 44-yard line and dropped at the 45. Be a gain of 3, but the Tigers will have the punt.
Well, he got tackled by 5 or 6. The Eagles, and I'm going to give it to Leonardo Gallego, who's the first one to hit him. And Brendan Patton, he's quick. He can get that corner. Just no blocking on that side.
Yeah, he just took too much time to develop, too. So Ramos will stay in to punt. Joseph Finders Jr. deep to receive for the Eagles. And he will be back at his own 20-yard line. High snap. Ramos jumps up to bring it down. I think it's off a pretty good punt. That Andrews fumbles, and the Tigers are going to recover it. Jason Denault was one of them down there who will put the glasses on and see who actually came up with the football. And it's going to be Silva. Brandon Silva will come up with it. Yeah, took the fumble recovery. And the Tigers have the football back at the Eagle 17-yard line. First and goal.
Right
first and 10, 17.
Right to his head. Yeah, that was over in, and then that was tough for him to catch. You probably should have let that one go.
Yeah.
So it probably would have hit
a lot of traffic because the ball went up high. There's a lot of traffic. Yeah, you're right. You should have let that one go. And if he had it back, he would. Back to pass is Reed. Completes it over Joey Ramos at the 15-yard line. Breaks the tackle at the 12. Still in the way to the 10. Oh, almost very expensive. 316 is finally to be brought down at the 6-yard line after a gain of 11. It's a first and goal. Tigers at the 6.
That was all on his own. I think he broke 4 tackles right there. 2 spin, and then he ran over 1.
His first catch of the night.
I'm telling you, he's my favorite after catch.
59th catch of the year. First and goal, Tigers at the 6. Reed looking over the defense. Back to pass. Sets up in the pocket. Looks over the middle. Has a receiver going to complete it. Short of the goal line around the 2-yard line. It's going to be Ryan Bonias on the catch. Quiet last week. Didn't have any catches last week. Very unusual for him. Big gain of 4. Second and goal from the 2.
How wrong with Jacob?
It was Jacob Gray, okay.
Yeah, just
fresh on that would be Jacob Gray. Jacob has the 2 black socks. I thought it was 1 black over 1 shoe with Padilla. And Padilla, the middle Padilla, touchdown Tigers. Jesus Padilla will go in for the touchdown. His 4th of the season, and the Tigers are up 13-0.
Yeah, the other say was Jacob on the catch before.
So it's 13-0 Tigers on Jesus Padilla's 4th touchdown of the season. And Velasquez will come in for extra point.
Looks like you hit 1 up touch right up the middle.
Yeah, another big hole. Big hole in the middle on that. gives it left-footed kicker in for the extra point. Bonillas on the hole. Ball is down. Kick is up. And it's no good. Hooks it to the right.
Okay.
It's no good. With 4:17 to go in this first quarter of play. It's now the Tigers 13 and the Eagles 0.
Start the day off right by having breakfast at Broken Yoke Cafe. Once again voted best breakfast in the Imperial Valley by our customers. Thank you. Remember, Broken Yoke strives every day to bring you great service and great food. Still preparing everything fresh daily. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Log on to Broken Yoke Cafe and join the club or order your meal online. Broken Yoke Cafe on North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
3 plays, 17 yards, capitalizing on the fumble that was recovered by Brandon Silva, and a 2-yard touchdown run by Jesus Padilla. Extra point no good on the 59-second drive. The Tigers are up 13-0 with 4:17 to go here in the first quarter play. Anders deep to receive on the near side. And
nice.
looks like they're down on the far side. This could be Anders back at the 7. Straight up the field to the 15-yard line. Breaks a couple of tackles there. Gets across the 20. They're going to be ran out of bounds out near the 25-yard line. We'll see where they're going to mark the forward progress. I'm going to say it's at the 26. And that's where the Eagles have the ball first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Stephen Shaw ended up pushing him out of bounds.
Good coverage by the team.
Yeah.
He
did a good job getting away from those first two Tigers. I'm trying to find Serrano. Yeah, Serrano's in there. Okay.
Handoff on the inside, handoff around the left side, picking up a couple of blocks, finally going to hit a wall at the 30-yard line is Eddie Veliz. And that'll get him about, they're going to say about the 29-yard line, so give him 3. It'll be a second down and 7.
He did have 2 good blocks, though, before Ethan Ramos took him down. And when you said a wall, he hit a wall. Coming to the right.
And off this time to the right side, the Enders, he's going to be stopped.
He didn't see Joey Ramos sitting out there. He took him to the inside and so he was waiting outside. You can see his eyes. He says, oh, where did he come from?
It very much surprised him. No gain at all. 3rd down and 7 from the 29.
But you see how they have 3 linebackers right now, right down in the box. 4 now.
Back to pass, O'Gean. Has to get flushed out of the pocket, runs out to the left side. Breaks the tackle, then pass, deep, incomplete. Intended for Joseph Enders, but a little bit short on the pass. Hard throwing it across your body like that.
There's no way I could do that.
4th and 7 from the 29, and the Eagles are the punt.
Yeah, he had Marcus Reels after him. I almost tripped him up.
O'Gean has completed.
Right from his back. On with Joey Ramos.
Well, he is on the far side, Ramos on the near. The punt's going to be a high punt straight up, though, and the Tigers will get away from this one. It's right at 50-yard line, takes the Tiger bounce all the way back to the Eagle 40-yard line, and that's where the Tigers run the ball first and 10 at the Eagle 40. Again, great field position for the Tigers.
Yeah, those went straight up, and I thought he was going to hit one of the Tigers and trying to set up some blocking. Would have been dangerous.
So the Tigers have the ball first and 10. They're going to stay right at the 41-yard line of Southwest. Reed with an empty backfield has 4 wide receivers to the left side and 1 to the right. Back to pass is Reed. Sets up at the 50-yard line. Can't find anybody. Rolls out to his left. Goes way back to the 40. Tries side left, and he's going nowhere. He's going to get sacked. Another big, huge loss. Got to throw that thing away. Get outside the back. Yep.
Twice he had a chance to throw that away.
He goes from the Eagle 41 to the Tiger 41. Loss of 18 yards, and a second down, and 28 from the 41 of Imperial. So 2 losses of 35 yards already in the game for Jordan Reed.
He didn't have anybody close by. His closest receiver is probably at the 40, 20 yards away. He's got the arm to do it.
Back to pass. Sets up for the pocket. Looks over to the near side. And he completed to Ramos. He's going to go out of bounds immediately at the 46-yard line. It'll be good for 5 yards, but a third down at 23 coming up.
That was a pretty catch by Ramos. He kept both his toes in bounds, was laying out of bounds. Still by himself again.
Back to pass is Reed on the third and long. Sets up, passing time, going to throw it deep, launches it deep, looking for Ryan Bonilla. It's going to be tipped away. Just took too long for that one to develop up in the air. The ball's incomplete. So 4th and 23, Tigers on front again.
Yeah, Ryan became a defender there. Trying to keep the number 10 from intercepting the ball. I'll tell you, number 10, yeah. Nathan de la Garza did a good job staying with Ryan.
So deep receive will be Enders once again. He'll be standing inside his own 25-yard line.
Oh,
high snap. Punt's going to get out. Good punt.
Beautiful.
Great punt. Got to make sure it doesn't go into the end zone. The Tigers are going to go down, and they're going to stop it. Before it gets in the end zone, at the 1-yard line, great punt, Joey Ramos.
He brought it back out to the 4.
Wow. That was as good as you could do it right there.
That was the Dalton Adams on the coverage for the Tigers. Beautiful punt, though.
53-yard punt to the 1-yard line.
That carried.
Yeah, now let's see if the defense can come up with a safety. When does somebody get a safety? That's been a long time. So Southwest is on 1-yard line. Let's try to bring the ball out from there. They'll stay in a shotgun formation. Holguin will be in the shotgun in the end zone. Going to hand it out over the left tackle.
Penalty.
And penalty. Could be some movement. I think Southwest got completely set before the snap.
13
And it would be a legal procedure against Southwest. So it's now at the 1.5 to 18-inch line. First penalty of the game.
And number 13 way out here split against Joey Ramos. Jump. I think he pointed at Ramos.
No room for error. And off up the middle again over left tackle. Getting a little breathing room back, getting outside and getting a little bit of room to run. Does a good job of Samuel Arredondo. He'll get out to about the 12-yard line. No, not quite to the 12. Let's see what I can set it at.
It's close. Close to the 12.
Yeah, 12. Actually, that shot up to the 4-yard line. I thought he was further back. I thought he was at the 1, but it's the angle I'm looking at.
Yeah, Ryan Bonilla brought him down.
And out there, Arredondo on the right side of the end, going to get brought down. Good job coming up with the tackle. Joey Ramos will bring it down at the 9.
Silva.
Is it Silva? Okay.
Yeah, don't take it away from him.
Okay, yeah, no, I don't want to take it away from him. No doubt.
Number 5. That's 5 for him already. Yeah, Silva's way over here by us. Number 9.
Good linebacker, yeah, okay. Hand out. Take the hand out. Both teams going to keep it this time. He's going to dive toward the first down marker. I think he's going to be about a yard short, though. To about the 13.
Brandon Silva again. 50 bucks.
And that'll be the end of this first quarter of play with the score. The Imperial Tigers 13, the Southwest Eagles 0.
I don't worry anymore about getting stranded with my car breaking down. Why is that? That automotive class I took at Imperial Valley College not only prepared me to fix my own car, it also prepared me for a new career in automotive repair. I like the way you think. I've always wanted to become a welder. Then check out these and other IVC career education classes at imperial.edu. For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has helped different clubs and sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way, keeping your kids busy with school activities. Their members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, please contact Betty or Larry at 760-355-1312. That's 355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
Switching fields now, and Southwest to begin the second quarter will be going from right to left, from the north to the south. And Holguin will stay in at the punting spot.
There's not much of a breeze.
Nope, not much of a breeze at all. Temperatures are beautiful here
Oh,
tonight,
it's
though.
gorgeous this morning. Did you see the sunset and the sunrise this morning?
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful sunset last night. Gorgeous.
Deep to receive will be Ryan Bonillas. He'll be standing right at the 50-yard line. See if some pressure can be put on Holguin. Now, he is the quarterback. It was way deep to think about trying to get a first down, but when you only got one and the quarterback is the punter, you got to keep an eye on that. You can't just go through the motions. The Tigers could put some pressure on him. High snap. He's going to get it out to the block. We push it back. C.J. Ramos maybe on that?
30.
And the Tigers are going to recover the ball at the 24-yard line. Have great field position at the Southwest 24.
Oh, they might have it. Ethan Ramos punched it and dropped it. Eagles got it back.
Eagles got it back. You're right. You're right. There was a fumble on it. It was a blocked punt.
By C.J.
And it is going to, that's going to be Imperial's ball. So they said it was Imperial's ball. Must have been on the ground with a knee down before the ball may have fell loose. But the Tigers will have the ball at the Southwest 24-yard line. 1st and 10 to start off the second quarter play.
Yeah, C.J.'s not a basketball player, so he went up a little early.
So see the Tigers can punch it in. 13-0 leaders right now in the 10th annual Johnny Romero Fireman's Helmet game. Handoff goes up the middle. Ryan Bonillas has the ball carrier from the backfield, and he'll get a yard on the play. It'll be a second down and 9 from the 23.
44 came up to make the stop. Carlos Salcido.
Been a while since we've seen Ryan in the backfield.
Yeah. Like 3 games, I believe.
Tanner Travis is in as a blocking back. Ramos will go wide left. And Bonillas up the middle. Bonillas gets a couple of blocks. We'll get to the 20-yard line before being brought down. Gain of 3. The third down now at 6.
Guillermo Lopez brought him down. Sophomore, 6'2", 265 pounds. Big boy.
Third down and 6 from the Southwest 20. Tigers stay with that same formation. Shotgun with Bonillas to the right side of Jordan Reed. Goes back to pass. Looks downfield. Throws it. Has a receiver in and out of the hands of Brendan Adams. Used his height advantage again. That just went through.
Yeah.
Should have.
He put it in that spot. The defender went down, but he had to put it up where nobody else but Brendan could catch it.
Good pass. Two big passes would have been dropped. One was for a touchdown earlier in the game.
He put some pep on that.
He sure did. He put some sting on it. Back to pass on 4th down and 6. That's a good rolling out of the pocket. Looks downfield. Throws it. And is it caught? No, let's say it bounced out of the ground. Jacob Gray was the receiver. And the Tigers, after blocking a punt, not able to capitalize on it. And Southwest will take over position 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
Looking for Padilla. Oh, he's on the sideline. We can tell the difference between Bonillas and Padilla, though.
Yeah.
Padilla won't go down with the first.
No, he does
First
not.
contact.
Does not do that.
Looking for my granddaughter. Both my granddaughter, 5 and 7-year-olds, down here at cheerleading night.
Cheerleading nights, we get a lot of, I'm assuming it's popcorn or cheerleaders.
No. It's a cheer camp they had.
But they don't have cheerleaders in the popcorn or two?
Yeah, no, but this is the cheer camp they had. And then,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to pass, Holguin winds up to throw it. Goes over the head of everybody, including Joey Ramos, who was close on it. And Holguin gets it pretty good at the end of it.
Yeah.
But it gets up. As we said,
roughing this passer, 87. Morris. Didn't hit it very hard, but he hit him.
And it will be roughing the passer against the Tigers. And that will give the Eagles a first down, marking it out to the 35-yard line.
Now, Marcus said, it's me. He just threw his hands up. He couldn't believe it was him. So that got called against him, but he did. He hit him late.
1 of 3 passing for Hoquin for 1 yard so far in the game. As a man in motion is Enders. Hands it off to Enders on the fly sweep on the right side. He'll pick up a block or two, tries to turn the corner, and then hits some Tigers. He'll run him out of bounds. Penalty flag right in front of the southwest sideline. Not sure if that's going to be a late hit or not. It's all the way on the other side of the field from us. Got out to the 40-yard line. Had a gain of about 5, but let's see where the penalty is going to go after the game. Play is over. That'll be another big. That's 30 yards of penalties on this drive, which puts the Eagles into Tiger territory for the first time, and put them to the Tiger 45-yard line.
Well, he's the one that hit him, but from here you can't tell if he was late or he was already out of bounds or what. You pushed him out.
And penalty flag goes down. And this will be a legal procedure against the Eagles. It was really hurt. We saw that with Kxo. They moved right down the field, got down inside the 10-yard line, and then a penalty, and they just kind of fizzled it right there.
He backed out to the 30, I think.
So this penalty will go in Southwest. It will be now a 1st and 15 right in midfield.
Yeah, Kxo looked good until then.
Yep. And that just kind of took the wind out of their sails. Back to Bass Hoquin. Wide up, going to throw it deep. Has a couple receivers. Oh, and it's dropped. O'Neill's got tangled up at the 7-yard line, along with Armando Zarala, and it will fall incomplete. Lucky that it did, because that should have been caught.
Well, they tripped over each other. Well, Diaz went down, but the receiver had his hands on it. That should have been a catchable ball.
2nd down and 15 from the 50.
Armando Zavala.
There's a split out to the right side this time as 2 wide receivers each side of the field for the white and purple clad Southwest Eagles. Back to pass is Hoquin. Heavy rush.
Nice.
Great pass. Going to be caught behind the 50-yard line. Then hit at the 45 of the Tigers and then brought down at the 42. Be an 8-yard gain on the screen pass completed to Joshua Enders. That'll be good for 8. A 3rd down and 7 coming up.
Right, Bonillas and Brandon Silva brought him down, but what an awesome call on that. There was a little screen off to the left, and they had 2 linebackers blitzing.
3rd down and 7.
Perfect call.
Yeah, it was. Good call. Great execution. 3rd down and 7 from the Tiger 42-yard line. Hoquin sets up. Back to pass. Gets flushed out of the pocket quick. Penalty flag goes down. Could see a hold and throws it deep and incomplete. Again, the defensive back and the receiver getting tangled up. I think we're going to have a holding call against the Eagles. Penalty flags that are near midfield.
Yeah, they held Marcus.
Yeah, holding against the Eagles, exactly. Can't help but think of my son Jonathan. He was wearing K-State stuff this week. Kansas State, he lives back in Kansas. And Kansas State's playing Oklahoma tomorrow. Ooh. I don't know what he's going to do about that one. He better not let his grandpa know that he's wearing K-State colors. Oh, yikes.
We shouldn't have said anything right now.
I know.
Yeah, might be listening.
Yeah, if you're listening. If you're listening, you didn't hear anything. He lives in Meade, Kansas, and their colors are purple and gray, or purple and silver like Kansas State. But he was actually wearing a K-State shirt, not a Meade shirt this week. So, Jonathan, if you're listening, I saw that. So you better think about that one. It'll remain as 3rd down.
I watched the service last week.
3rd and 24. He does a great job. Really does. Take the hand out, back to pass Hoquin, going to flush out of the pocket. Another hold. No, yep, there's a call. I was waiting for the penalty flag. He's going to be brought down after a gain of a yard, but a big hold that's going to be called against Southwest. I'm sure the Tigers will decline that one and get the football back.
That's what it is.
Yep. Yeah, that was a pretty obvious one. And it will be declined. So 1-yard gain for Hoquin, and it'll be a 4th down and 23 from the 42. So deep to receive will be Ramos on the far side, Bonillas on the near side. And Benji Alvarez will be in the punt. Alvarez gets the snap, good snap this time. No rush at all. Low knuckleball. It's going to be picked up by Ramos to the 25-yard line. Ramos cuts from one side of the field to the other, and then they're going to be tripped up, brought down. Good open field tackle. Joshua Enders all the way back around the 19, like at the 24-yard line. That's where the Tigers have the ball first and 10. Good open field tackle.
Open, especially against Ramos.
Yeah, it's not easy to do. We've seen him break a lot of tackles this year.
I like the way he waited for his blocker there. He just went the wrong way.
So first and 10 Tigers from their own 24-yard line. The Tigers leading the Eagles 13-0 with 8:50 remaining in the first half of play here in Imperial. We'll update you with some scores as soon as we can of other games that are going on, especially that Holtville Vincent Memorial game night. That's going to be a biggie. 3 wide receivers to the right side for the Tigers, 1 to the left. As Padilla comes back into the backfield at running back. Gets the call up the middle. Take it, can throw it over the middle, completes to Jacob Gray. Out to the 35-yard line, fumbles it. Then picked up by Joey Ramos, and he'll continue to play to the 41-yard line. Gain of 17 and a first down.
Wow, how lucky was that?
Yeah, Joey was in the right place at the right time on that one.
I was just going to tell you, watch this afterburner. So quick. He just doesn't hold on to the ball.
Be the second catch of the night for Jacob Gray. He's going to go for 17 yards with a little help from my friends, namely Joey Ramos.
Yeah.
First and 10 Tigers from the 41. This time it is handed off to Padilla. He'll be hit behind the line of scrimmage. He's powering his way and will make, I think he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll be about it. Second down and 10 from the 41.
Yeah, April 63, we're having a tussle there. Sammy Lopez. Lopez 6 foot, 240 pounds, and he gave him a fight for a run for his money there. He fought him all the way.
Padilla at 5'6" and 180. He gave up a lot.
Yeah.
He made it back to the line of scrimmage.
Took 2 other guys to help him.
Jason Denolf into the lineup, a wide receiver for the Tigers. He'll come to the near side, along with Adams, and in motion is Bonillas. Pitch out to the right side to Padilla. Padilla breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage. Will dive to the 44 and a gain of 3. Third down and 7 coming up.
What did that remind you of there?
Pitch to number 21 a few years back. Royce Freeman, exactly. You know, and a little trivia for you, the first carries in high school varsity for Royce was against Southwest.
Okay.
In El Centro.
I still remember that punt return from over here.
Yeah. Gained 5 yards on his first carry from scrimmage. The second went, I think, 27 and a touchdown, or 67 and a touchdown.
Never slowed down.
What do we have here? Back to pass is Reed. Reed to the downfield as a receiver. Adams going to catch it at the 22. In the 15 to the 10, the 5. Touchdown Tigers. Britton Adams, his second touchdown of the night. Yeah, this will go for 56 yards and a touchdown.
Pretty.
Great route ran by Adams, too, to get the coverage out there.
You can't cover one-on-one.
No.
I wish they would do that more with him and Ramos. When somebody goes one-on-one, just let him go.
7 minutes to go and a half. The Tigers have increased their lead now to 19-0. Suspect they may go for 2 right here.
Every time I see him run, I'm telling you, he reminds me of your brother-in-law.
Yeah, Kenny Jackson. Yeah. Kenny was up when we were in Portland for our niece Rebecca's wedding 2 weeks ago, up in Vancouver actually, but we had breakfast with Kenny underneath Multnomah Falls. What a beautiful falls those are.
The pictures you posted.
If you ever get a chance, you've got to go to Multnomah Falls. The most beautiful falls I've ever seen.
Wow, it's got beautiful work there.
Yep, indeed. Tigers will go for 2. Reed takes his time, gets the snap, rolls out to his right, looks over the middle, incomplete. It's hit for Adams and broke it up. Good job of breaking it up by James Butcher, and the Tigers will film a 2-point conversion, but with 7 minutes to go in the first half of play, it's the Tigers 19 and the Eagles 0.
Ayton Express in Imperial is your one-stop convenience store with full-service car wash, gas, and diesel. It's a place for all your snacks, cold drinks, and ice-cold beer. And if you're throwing a party, kegs, wine, and champagne. Everything you need at one convenient location. While you're there, get your vehicle washed and save a buck with 8 gallons of gas or diesel and get the 10th car wash free. Yes, Ayton Express is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Highway 86 and Ayton Road in Imperial.
4 plays, 76 yards for the Tigers. in a drive that just takes a minute and 50 seconds. Capped by the 56-yard touchdown pass from Jordan Reed to Brenton Adams. Second time that they've conjured up touchdowns tonight. That's 20 on the year for Reed throwing, and for Adams, his 7th touchdown reception of the season. Tigers are up 19-0, but 7 minutes to go in the first half. Velasquez will kick off. He sends a boomer down to the 7-yard line. It's fumbled and picked up after the 15-yard line by Arredondo. Arredondo goes to the far side and tries to turn the corner, breaks a couple of tackles, and he'll get out to near the 20-yard line after the Eagles have the ball. First and 10, and they will be right around their 20-yard line.
Chris Alvarez, good hustle to bring him down from behind. Never gave up on that. Senior, 5'7", 160 pounds.
Defensive backs for the Tigers: Sergio Serrano, Ryan Bonilla, Andrew Luna, James Ponce, and Steven Shaw. Behind linebackers Ethan Ramos, Tanner Travis, Brandon Silva. We'll hear those names many times tonight. Time out on the field. 6:50 to go in this first half of play. It's the Tigers 19 and the Eagles 0.
It's the Beauty Fall Flooring Sale now until November 30th. Jervis Floor Covering is offering 24-month special financing on Shaw Floors, Anderson Tuftech, and Cortex Flooring. Whether you need carpet, hardwood, vinyl, or something to withstand pets, kids, or water, rest assured there's flooring that's just right for your lifestyle on approved credit. Visit Jervis Flooring at 220 North James Street in Imperial.
When it comes to Mexican food, El Zarape in Imperial does it right. From their special quesadillas, served the way you like it, deep fried with cheese, and you add the fillings to tacos, burritos, enchiladas, and more. There's daily specials, too. The food is great, and the service is even better. And don't forget to reserve your tamales for the holidays. El Zarape, located at 139 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial. Open Monday through Saturday.
Back to pass is O'Gean. It bounces off. Intended receiver Enders at the 30-yard line. Incomplete. It'll be a second down and 10 as we want to say hi to the Elder. Calling in from Talmadge, Ohio. It says 48 degrees in Talmadge tonight. Saying that says the big cool-off has started in the red minutes. Calling the leaves are falling. That of perspective, Lee. We don't get to see that much here. And I saw some beautiful colors last week in Vancouver, Washington, and Portland area, and this week in Twin Falls, Idaho. Head off to the left side. It's a little bit of room to get about 3 yards on the play, and then brought down is Joshua Enders. It'll be a 3rd down and 7 from the 23.
Yeah, cactus don't bloom too often here, Lee.
No, it doesn't.
So we don't get to see all that color.
I think you remember. 2 carries for 2 yards for Enders in the game after that 3-yarder. 3rd down and 7 from the 23. Back to pass O'Gean. He sets up in the pocket, has some room. Going to go ahead and try to run it, and then the pocket collapses on him. He'll get across the 25-yard line. A fumble, but I believe he got back onto the football at the 27-yard line. So it'll be a gain of 4. 4th down and 3 coming up, and the punt team comes out.
That they could be a Lobos hit him hard. Bring him down.
Yeah, that one you can kind of feel up here.
But I think the ground cost that.
So 4th down and about 3 from the 27. And Bonillas and Ramos will go back to receive for the Tigers. Benji Alvarez into punt for the Eagles. Low snap. He'll get it off, though. Had the last one blocked. This one he gets away. Pretty good punt. It almost gets to the 42 to the 50-yard line. He's got some blocks. He's to the 35 to the 30, still on his feet to the 25-yard line. If he hit from behind, and a touchdown-saving tackle by Sammy Lopez at about the 16-yard line. And the Tigers have the ball 1st and 10 at the Eagles 16.
Yeah, Sammy grabbed the knotted jersey to bring him down. Yeah, you can see the blocking set up right here in front of him.
I was getting ready to say that. Joey's always good at slowing down a little bit to pick up his blocking, and this time he was got from behind by doing so.
I'm telling you, I love to watch this kid.
Oh, yeah.
After he catches the ball.
He's so fluid.
Yeah.
1st and 10, Tigers from the Southwest 16. Brandon Adams will be in the backfield for the Tigers along with quarterback Jordan Reed. Brenton Adams will go right. 3 wide receivers to the left side. Reed goes back to pass. Sets up. Has a little bit of time. Now has a collapse on him Donato gets it, but then he passes it off, and it goes in the hands of Brennan Adams, but he drops it at the 15-yard line. Incomplete. It'll be a second down at 10.
I don't know if he's seen that defensive end coming around, but he wasn't able to tackle him. He got the throw off. That was good of Jordan to do that.
Yeah, catchable pass, really, in the grasp of the defender. But then we'll stay into the lineup in the backfield. Gray, Bonias, and Ramos will go wide left. Back to pass again as Reed. Sets up in the box. Gets pretty good block. Get it completed to Ramos at the 10-yard line. Joey's going to go to the far side. Breaks tackle over 5. Dives in to the end zone. No. He's going to be just shy of the goal. I'm going to say down to the 1. He must have ran out of bounds there because he dove into the end zone with a Superman dive.
He had that pass because he dove in.
So it'll be first and goal at the 1 after the 15-yard catch and run to Joey Ramos. Third catch of the night. Puts the Tigers over 100 yards passing in the evening. Padilla comes into the lineup at running back. Gets the call over that tackle. Touchdown Tigers. Doesn't even leave his feet that time. Gets a big hole, and the Tigers are up 25-0. Jesus Padilla's second touchdown of the night and is 5th of the season.
Did you see that blocking? No, did not get touched. Not a hand.
There was a hole on the left side that both of us in tandem could have ran through.
Wow. Well, I don't know about that.
I think both of us in tandem could have done that. That was a big hole, George.
I would have to be on your back.
And that's with our walkers. It'll be a jet sweep handoff to Jacob Gray. Makes a couple of tackles and will make it in for the 2-point conversion. So with 4:51 to go in this first half of play, it's now the Tigers 27, the Eagles 0.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football teams with much-needed equipment and sending the players to special training. Now, through their fundraising efforts from the past and now, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They're always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
Drive for the Tigers, 3 plays, 16 yards. And Hughes just 27 seconds off the clock. 1-yard touchdown run by Jesus Padilla, second of the night. 5th of the year. Quick kick by the Tigers, going to bounce high, all the way back, picked up at the 17-yard line and brought down to the 20, slips and falls as Arredondo. And Southwest backed up again with terrible field position, first and 10 for their own 20.
Big old bounce.
Boy, that's it. It's one of those where you can recover if you get down there quick enough.
I wonder if he meant to do that because he checked the top of the ball there. I was just thinking, I'm glad that John and Carol get to watch Joey.
Yes, give them the opportunity to, right? You're right.
They have to watch him all year.
So first and 10, Southwest. Cat throw on 20-yard line. And in motion is Alvarez, and Benji will get the ball on the left side, turns the corner, gets up to the 25-yard line, makes a couple of tackles, will dive to the 29-yard line. It'll be a second down and a yard to go.
I think that's just blocking up. Good run around the left side.
First carry of the night goes for 9 yards. Longest run from scrimmage by the Eagles tonight. Second down and 1. Good band up back to pass whole game. Going to throw a few passes. Receiver open. Going to miss it. Oh, in and out of the hand of Joseph Enders Jr. at the Tiger 40-yard line. Boy, you'd like to get that one back. Yeah. It'll be a third down and 1. Here's the 30.
He got behind the 2 defenders, Rondo and Ryan Bonilla. I don't know why he turned around. He didn't have to turn the way he did.
He turned completely around.
He kept running.
Yep, lost his balance and in and out of his hands. Third down and a yard. We're just shy of the 30-yard line for the Eagles. See if the Tigers defense can step up big again right now. Man in motion is Enders. Hands it off up the middle. They're going to get the first down, a little bit more before getting stood up out of the 34-yard line.
Serrano, Sergio Serrano in on tackle, along with numbers 64 for the Tigers.
Gain of 4 for Joshua Enders, who has 6 yards now and 3 carries. And most importantly, a first and 10 for the Eagles. At thrown 34-yard line. Two wide receivers go to the east side of the field. Joseph Enders behind quarterback Holguin, and gets the handoff again over left tackle. Breaks out to the right side, gets out across the 40-yard line to about the 47. Like the 42, I'm sorry, the 42-yard line, and a gain of 8, second down and 2.
Brandon Silva, Ethan Ramos for the Tigers.
14 yards on 4 carries now, and going to be a jet sweep to Benji Alvarez. He'll get nowhere. It's a hard hit on the near sideline. Wow, he just, once he got into traffic, there was nothing there. No gain on the play. It'd be a third down and 2 from the 42.
Virgil stayed out, though. Not good.
Wow, that was just a huge wall that he ran into there. Oh, my.
No, they're checking on him. That's scary there.
Third down and 2 from the 42. Holguin. And up the middle again. The Enders gets that over the line of scrimmage. Great job coming up to get the tackle for a loss. That Brandon Silva. Brandon Silva. Great open field tackle on the loss of the yard.
I have him with 10 already.
Wow. He has been all over the field tonight.
He likes this defensive scheme now. 3 linebackers. Supposed to be 5, but I see 3 in the box.
Right. They kind of moved that back and around. They do have 3 down linemen, and they have 5 linebackers. Sometimes 2 of those will drop back into defensive back slots. But you see right there as they line up the 35. Going to head up over the right side. And, man, real hard right at the first down line. I think he's going to get the first down. But, boy, he took some punishment to Joseph Enders, and he will get the first down out to the 45. Wow.
Ethan Ramos. Thank you. I don't catch all of those.
Oh, that one hurt from up here.
Little update from the studio. Houston over Washington Nationals 4-1 in the bottom of the 6th.
Okay. World Series. Back to pass Holguin. Has some time. Goes out to his left. Then launches. This is going to be a quail that flies around. It's going to be caught by Benji Alvarez at the 17-yard line. That could be tipped away, and he comes up and makes the catch. It'll be at the 15-yard line. Big gainer. 40 yards on the play. And first and 10.
He outjumped Ramos.
He just outjumped him.
Yeah, that's all that was.
Boy, that was...
Let's see how.
Giant jump up in the air, though.
That was a ugly.
It was not pretty at all. You could hear Chuck Hunter.
Oh, nice catch.
It'd be a nice catch. Cut by Arredondo. Will get down near the goal line. Going to get down to about the 2. A gain of 13 for Arredondo. First and goal to go at the 2.
Oh, there's a flag. Shoot! That's too bad.
Penalty flag on the field. Referee's talking about it at around the 20-yard line. And it's going to be a hold against Southwest. So they're going to nullify a nice 13-yard run by Samuel Arredondo. So holding call against Southwest will go from the point of the infraction.
What a nice run.
That was. Nice little run around the left side. Running downhill. And starting the clock with 1:45 to go in the quarter. Or the first half, I should say. They'll put it back at the 13-yard line.
Oh!
Fumbles the snap. Holguin runs out to his right. Then pitches it out to Enders, but there's nowhere to go. And Enders might say, "What'd you throw it back to me?"
Well, if you see Ethan coming, I knew you would too.
Oh, my goodness. That's going to be a loss all the way back to the 34-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 21 yards.
No, and that went right to his hand. That was a quarterback, so it's not on the center there. He took his eyes off that.
Wow.
He got lucky bounce, so it came right back up to him, and he turns around, and there's Ethan coming right at him.
Loss of 21. First and goal from the 34. Weird to say it that way, but that's the way it's going. Back to pass Holguin. Going to the near side, completed to Enders. He gets hit by the line of scrimmage, breaks that tackle. Continues out, then, wow, what a play by Sergio Serrano. He missed the tackle, got up, lost his helmet, made the tackle then.
Yeah, and he came back and he'll make the tackle.
Went for 3 yards is all.
Then he lost his helmet.
And he lost his helmet, so he'll have to go to the sideline for a play. What a play, though. Misses the tackle, loses his helmet, then makes the tackle, but has to come out of the game for one play. And a penalty flag is down against Southwest. And this is going to, another hold, and bring it all the way back to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, I didn't see it. The coaches were blocking me. It was right here.
3rd and goal, and it's all the way back to the 46-yard line. 49 seconds to go in the first half. Tigers leading at 27-0. And Southwest, with binoculars, could see the goal line. 3rd and goal from the Tiger 46-yard line. And Oklahoma a couple weeks ago had a situation about like this. Had a goal situation from the 46.
Reverse.
And back to pass. O'Dean hit just as he threw the ball. He could have a jump ball and tipped away. Penalty flag goes down. Penalty flag goes down on the incomplete pass at the 15-yard line. See what this may be, and it might be a pass interference against the Tigers.
Illegal man downfield.
Illegal man downfield, right.
James called it.
You see who called that, right? James Penalty called it. It's going to be incomplete, declined by the Tigers, and the 4th and goal at the 46. Good to see some new young blood in refereeing corps. James has done this now 2 or 3 years.
He enjoys it.
Sure does. He really does.
Takes a lot of time.
The line judge moved right down. Good call.
Yep.
4th down and goal from the 46. O'Dean goes back in his side of the territory. Avoids one tackle. They're going to throw it deep into the end zone and incomplete in the end zone. And the Tigers will take over possession. Pretty good field position at their own 46-yard line with 25 seconds to play to try to get on the board again before the half.
Kind of saying that they must have been watching Boise State the way they tossed that ball around before they threw it.
Yeah, hey, you might be right. You might have a point there.
Double reverse and back to the quarterback.
So the Tigers have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line with 26 seconds to go in the half.
You know, he threw that 55 yards in the air.
He threw that a long ways. Back to pass, Jordan Reed. Tries to set up the clock, but he's sacked. Back at the 36-yard line. A loss of 10 yards on the play. Yes.
Stops the clock.
And the clock stops at 23 seconds to go.
Yeah, Wolfgang was, he's still limping a little bit.
A loss of 9, actually, on the play.
I think they're taking it at me here.
Yeah, that's exactly what the Tigers are going to do. They're going to go ahead and take a knee now and call it good for the half, leading this thing 27-0 at halftime. So the Tigers will go in to the locker room. The score at halftime here in Imperial. It's the Imperial Tigers 27, the Southwest Eagles 0. And we'll be back with our halftime show as we look at the scoring and set up the stats in just a moment.
Start your day off right with your favorite drink from Brickhouse Coffee, next door to Brickhouse Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brickhouse Coffee has so many drinks to choose from. Hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best iced tea in the valley with lots of different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brickhouse Deli with big, bold, fresh flavors. The valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Peyton Road in Imperial. No matter what you need to keep your home cool and comfortable, R&K Air Conditioning has it. From complete 10-star cooling systems to the latest in Wi-Fi capable thermostats, we have everything you need to stay comfortable. That's why you should make R&K Air Conditioning your first and only call for your cooling needs. Call 760-353-7570 or find us online at rkair.net. Just start. Quality you can feel.
Day in and day out, your publicly owned Imperial Irrigation District proudly delivers low-cost, reliable energy service to its customers in the Imperial and Coachella Valleys. When compared to other power providers, IID's residential, commercial, and governmental customers all save up to 50% on their monthly energy bills. That's because IID is committed to more than just delivering power. IID is committed to you. IID, where customers always come first.
Back at Shimamoto Simpson Stadium here in Imperial, with halftime score, the Imperial Tigers 27, the Southwest Eagles 0, and the Pride of Imperial band coming out on the field for their halftime entertainment. Here's how the scoring went in the first half. The Tigers got on the board with just 8:31 to go in the first quarter on an 8-play 52-yard drive using 3 minutes and 9 seconds off the clock on their initial drive of the game, capped with the 7-yard touchdown pass from Jordan Reed to Brenton Adams. With the extra point by Velasquez good, the Tigers led 7-0. They would increase the lead less than 4 minutes later on a 3-play 17-yard drive. It took just 59 seconds. A 2-yard touchdown run by Jesus Padilla. Extra point was no good. The Tigers led 13-0. And then in the second quarter with 7 minutes to go in the first half, a 4-play 76-yard drive using just a minute and 50 seconds off the clock. And kept by the 56-yard touchdown pass from Jordan Reed to Brenton Adams. Second time they've worked up tonight. 20th time for Jordan Reed on the year. And for Brenton Adams, his 7th touchdown reception. 2-point conversion was no good, and the Tigers led by a score of 19-0 at that point, and then would increase their lead to 27-0 on a 3-play 16-yard drive using only 27 seconds off the clock. A 1-yard run by Jesus Padilla, his 2nd touchdown run of the night, and his 5th of the year, and the 2-point conversion by Jacob Gray was good. The Tigers led 27-0, with 4:51 to go in the first half, and that's how this half ended. The Tigers leading it 27-0. You'll be a little interested in how the stats are. Leading 27-0, a lot of yards for the Tigers. With all the turnovers, blocked punt, short fields for the Tigers. Bill has only 106 yards passing in the first half by Jordan Reed. 3 on 8 of 13 for 106 yards. Of that, Brenton Adams would have 2 catches in the first half. Both would be for touchdowns, totaling 63 yards. Joey Ramos would have 3 catches in the first half, and that would be for 31 yards. And then Brenton Adams had 1 catch. It would go for -4. Then rushing, Jesus Padilla, 53 yards, 2 touchdowns on 7 carries in the first half. And then Brenton Adams, 2 carries for 3 yards. Ryan Bonilla, 2 carries for 4 yards. But then Jordan Reed has been tackled for -44. So when you look at that, the Tigers only have about 65 yards rushing in the first half, so 171 yards of offense. For the Eagles, Nathan O'Keefe has completed 4 of 10 passes for 51 yards, 40 of it on 1. That was to Benji Alvarez, who has 2 catches for 41 yards. And then 1 catch for 7 yards. And that would go to Joshua Enders. And then 1 catch for 3 yards to his brother Joseph Enders Jr. So 4 of 10 for 51 yards passing for the Eagles. And then the rushing department, the Tigers pretty well have shut them down. Redondo has 3 carries for 21 yards, had that 13 late in the first half. Joshua Enders 5 carries, that is, for 13 yards. O'Keefe 4 carries for 7 yards. Felice 2 carries for 3 yards. And then Joseph Enders Jr. 2 had that -21, so he has -16 net. And then 2 carries for 9 yards to Benji Alvarez. So 88 yards of offense on 51 passing, 37 rushing for the Eagles. We'll be back to look at the defensive stats as our halftime show continues in just a moment.
Start the day off right by having breakfast at Broken Yoke Cafe. Once again voted best breakfast in the Imperial Valley by our customers. Thank you. Remember, Broken Yoke strives every day to bring you great service and great food. Still preparing everything fresh daily. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Log on to Broken Yoke Cafe and join the club or order your meal online. Broken Yoke Cafe on North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. I don't worry anymore about getting stranded with my car breaking down. Why is that? That automotive class I took at Imperial Valley College not only prepared me to fix my own car, it also prepared me for a new career in automotive repair.
I like the way you think. I've always wanted to become a welder.
Then check out these and other IVC career education classes at imperial.edu. For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has helped different clubs and sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way, keeping your kids busy with school activities. Their members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, please contact Betty or Larry at 760-355-1312. That's 355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
Halftime score in Imperial, the Tigers 27, the Southwest Eagles 0. We mentioned a while ago that Lee Overbeck in Ohio was saying that it's now becoming winter and the leaves are turning red. And we said, you do remember that we come from the desert. And he said, he remembers the Imperial Valley winters. He said, an Ivy joke, what's blue and looks like new? My 10-year-old winter coat. Good one, Lee. Got to see if it's a stat there, George.
Yeah, that's a good one. So, now this is the way it should be. I have Brandon Silva hitting all tacklers with 10. And then Ethan Ramos, I have him with 7. Sergio Serrano with 3. And then everybody else with 2. Joey Ramos with 2. Brian Bonillas with 2. Chris Alvarez with 2. Stephen Shaw and C.J. Ramos each with 1. Along with Humberto Sanchez, Marcus Rios. I just was informed that he is Miles Moore. They changed numbers.
Right, changed numbers, yeah. Okay.
And so I had him with 1.
Okay.
So that's the way it should be. I like it that it's almost everybody on the front line and the linebackers getting all the tackles.
Well, Brandon Silva's been all over the place, and that one tackle by Sergio Serrano, that was just exceptional.
Right here. He just with one arm, he took him up, slid, he took out again, and Sergio got up and made the tackle.
Made the tackle, yeah. One off his helmet, but stayed in there to make the tackle.
Rested for a year and a half.
Yeah, a lot of time to rest up for this, isn't he? So Friday Imperial fans entertaining the crowd here at halftime with the Tigers leading the Eagles 27-0. And we have some scores for you of other games. We'll take a look at those as our halftime show continues in just a moment.
Eaton Express in Imperial is your one-stop convenience store with full-service car wash, gas, and diesel. It's a place for all your snack, cold drinks, and ice-cold beer. And if you're throwing a party, kegs, wine, and champagne. Everything you need at one convenient location. While you're there, get your vehicle washed and save us with 8 gallons of gas or diesel and get the 10th car wash free. Yes, Eaton Express is your one-stop convenience store at corner of Highway 86 and Eaton Road in Imperial. When it comes to Mexican food, El Zarape in Imperial does it right. From their special quesadillas, served the way you like it, deep fried with cheese, and you add the fillings to tacos, burritos, enchiladas, and more. There's daily specials, too. The food is great, and the service is even better. And don't forget to reserve your tamales for the holidays. El Zarape, located at 139 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial. Open Monday through Saturday.
Halftime score, Imperial 27, Southwest 0. We're joined by offensive coordinator of the Tigers, Brady Hawk, the first half for the Tigers.
Yeah, we had some really big plays there. That big post to Brandon was nice one. And Juice ran the ball hard the first couple drives. He felt that a lot of mistakes. Big snap over Jordan Penn. I don't know how he snapped over his head. He's 6'6".
It's not easy.
So, you know, we managed that one. We got a little sloppy in our pass protection. We had some backs and some guys going the wrong way. So we walked him through that and fixed that. So hopefully we keep Jordan a little cleaner next half.
Seems to be doing pretty good, though, at looking at his reads when he's had the blocking time.
Yeah, he had a couple big ones. That one, the touchdown to Brenton on the post he did a great job. He checked that safety to Brenton's side. His safety pulled up on the crossing routes underneath, and he hit him deep. So he's really maturing. He's doing a pretty good job. So, and then he made some other good reads. I think he overthrew Brenton on one, but that was a good read. And, you know, not bad. He's played pretty well today. So
Jesus Padilla running. Looks pretty strong. Couple touchdowns.
Yeah, he's ran the ball hard. We kind of got away from running a little bit in the second quarter. We got to get back to that when we get the ball here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I also noticed Ryan Bonillas in the backfield. I haven't seen him in a few games in the backfield.
Yeah, we bring him in. We bring him in to run a little bit. He ran for us last year against Central and a couple other games. He does a good job of running back. Just trying to find another way to get a good playmaker the ball. So
good. So it's good to see that. What you just try to do the same kind of things. Just cut back on those mistakes in the second half.
Yeah, we got to get back to running the ball a little bit more. We got away from that in the second half. Got a little too pass happy and. A lot of it came from we got in kind of negative positions where we get a penalty or a sack on first down, and then you're kind of forced to try and recruit a little bit on second down with a quick pass, and then take a shot on third down, and that kind of limits your play calling. Of course, the other team knows that, and they can tee off on you. So try and get better on first down, getting the run to 4 or 5 yards, and putting us in a better position to keep the chains moving.
All in all, first half a good one, 27-0 lead. Good job. Look forward to the second half.
Yep, good job. Hopefully it's a good second half too.
Thanks a lot, Brady. Offensive coordinator for the Tigers, Brady Hawk. We'll talk to him after the game and see what his thoughts are after the ball game is over. But the Tigers leading at 27-0 here at the half with the pride of Imperial Band. You can hear them in the background do such a superb job. It's something to really be proud of here in Imperial for everybody living here, for all the alumni. They just do a tremendous job with their halftime performances, of which they perform all over Southern California. on. And if you ever get a chance to see those performances, if you're outside the Valley, do so, because it is very important.
Very so loud.
Oh,
so loud. I prefer to hear Coach talk right now.
Oh, you're right. Halftime scores or some scores around the area. Do you have a few looking for?
Came in right now.
Okay.
We have Central over Palo Verde at half 29-7.
Okay.
Raleigh at the half 44-0 over to Mexico. And that should be it.
Look at the surprise there, Vincent Memorial.
Second quarter, Vincent 16, Holville 7.
That's in Holville. I think it's a good game of 2 7-1 teams, so that's a huge one right there.
Because I think one of the front lines that impressed me all year was Holville. They have such a big on the first half.
Yes, yeah. They played very well, and really, the quarterback, Spencer Hilfiger, when he came in off the bench, did a good job, and now he's gotten more accustomed to the program. And, Holville's a much better team now than I think they were when they played us, and yet you could see there's a lot of potential with that ball club. But Vincent Memorial leading 16-7 at the last four. So, good game there. As we said, it's a big one in that both teams are looking for seeding spots, and for those that are high enough in their seeding, they want to get that first round bye.
Look at that. I don't know what that means. It says Mount Empire lost their homecoming.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they didn't get to play it, and that's why they're homecoming.
Is that right? About that?
Yeah. Not sure about that. On the rankings, though, as we mentioned the rankings at the top of the program, the Tigers came into tonight as ranked number 10 in Division III, while Southwest is number 14 in Division III. The top 12 teams are locked into the playoffs. So right now, this would help the Tigers tremendously by getting a win tonight. Looking down on that Division III, Scripps Ranch is the number 1 team. They're still undefeated at 8-0. Hilltop is number 2 at 7-1. And then Central is number 3, Raleigh number 4. If both those teams win tonight, the bell game next week, Central.
This could be a good game.
A good game, yeah. It'll be for the IVO championship. The winner will probably most likely get a first-round bye in the playoffs. The other will have to play the first week. And so, that's going to be a huge game next week. San Diego High School, the Cavers are number 5. West Hill is at Santee is number 6. Latter Day Catholic is Spring Valley is number 7. La Jolla is number 8. And Bonita this tonight before you get to Imperial, Curry, and Valhalla in the top 12. Mount Carmel, number 13, and then Southwest is 14. In Division 4, the Clexico Bulldogs are in Division 4. They're number 14 right now. They're on the outside looking in, and right now getting to the halftime by Raleigh. But Santana, the Sulphurs, got beat for the first time last week. That is against Monta Vista that we had earlier this year. Lost the first game last week. It was to Monta Vista 37-10. Ooh. And their coach, Ron Alamoto, got his 230th win. He was going to tie it if he got a win against Imperial. We held him back from that. We don't want to be a footnote in that. But he did get his 230th win, so congratulations to the Monarchs. Montgomery's number 2 in Division 4. Sarah number 3, and right now La Jolla Country Day is number 4. And then you look at Division number 5, and Castle Park still unbeaten at 8-0. Then Vincent Memorial number 2, Holville number 3. Both those teams are 7-1, and Vincent Memorial leading at this time. Palo Verde, though, number 14. They are trailing Central 27-9 at the half. But the Palo Verde is number 4. I don't think that would hurt if they were to lose tonight, though, because it's a upper division school. But then being Division 5, the Yellow Jackets will be right here in Imperial next Friday night. Mission Bay, the Buccaneers are number 5. Claremont is number 6. The Elkhorn Valley Braves number 7. We've mentioned that Elkhorn hadn't won a game in a year and a half. They're number 7 in their division. They could make the playoffs for the first time in many years. Francis Parker, number 8. Crawford, Escondido Charter. Then Calipatria is number 11. And as you mentioned, they were to play against Mount Empire up in Pine Valley tonight. But that game either has been postponed or canceled due to wind that knocked all the power out all over the place up in the mountains. So it's going to be a cold one up there, too. We mentioned before of how cold playing basketball up there.
Oh, God.
In a drafty old barracks or gym. This is at the old Campo, which dates you, George.
Yeah.
And he said, is it going to tell us what happened after we played the game?
Yeah. First, trying to shower after the game, we had no water.
It was in December.
Yeah. There's snow on the ground.
Right.
And then trying to get out to the bus, and the brakes are frozen. They had to go get a torch and beat the bus.
A cold shower, and the brake pads froze on the bus, And, of course, there was no heating on the bus, and we had to come home in the cold, so yeah.
Brad, we live in the 20s, huh?
We played against Mount Empire Redskins back then. Now they're the Red Hawks.
Red Hawks.
Yeah, the Red Hawks. Tigers will be kicking off here in the second half. They'll be going left to right from the south to the north here at Shimalota Simpson Stadium, campus of Imperial High School. Misael Velasquez will be kicking off. 8 touchbacks on the season. Thought he got number 9, but it was scooped up at the 5-yard line tonight. Joseph Andrews Jr. will be on the far side to return for Southwest. And on the near side, Samuel Arredondo. We're about ready to kick the second half off. Tigers leading at 27-0 over the Eagles of Southwest. Line drive kick by Velasquez. It bounces over and into the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Number 9 for Velasquez on the year, and Southwest will have the ball first and 10. Ready for field position again at their own 20-yard line.
He touched that. Didn't get enough of his hand on that. I just seen an old friend of mine down here watching the game. Buddy Me.
Buddy Me. I haven't seen Buddy in a long time.
Yeah, he's retired. Diane retired from the county.
Is Diane here too?
Yes, right down the top.
Tell Kyla when you get it. And Kyla and Diane were great friends in high school. So let her know at the break here in a moment. You can let her know. So you can go down and see an old friend. Worked with her brother, Larry Armendariz, at the Highway Patrol before he retired. Back to pass his whole game. Going to be an inside handoff instead to Enders, and Enders will get to about the 23-yard line, gain of 3, second down and 7.
That's just Tanner Travis. That's the first tackle I went with for tonight.
That's kind of surprising.
Yeah.
They get a gain of a couple, we're going to say, at the 22-yard line. Enders giving it 15 on 6 carries.
Yeah, they've got to get something going here early.
And going nowhere else this time on Enders, and there'll be a loss of a yard. It'll be a third down and 9 from the 21.
Nathan Villalobos for the Tigers with his third tackle of the night. Unofficially, though, because I have bad eyes. But I had Ramos, Ethan Ramos with 19. Max Repstein with 18.
So third down and 9. O'Keene goes back to pass. Pump fakes. Got to go run it. Going to get nowhere. Tigers going to bring it down for a loss. Back at the 17-yard line, and Southwest will have to bunt deep in their own territory once again, a loss of 4.
Nathan Villalobos again with the sack. Yeah, he had nowhere to go.
And no time to do it.
No.
He had nothing at all. So Tigers will get pretty good field position after this exchange as Benji Alvarez comes in to punt. Joey Ramos on the far side, Ryan Bonillas on the near side. Ryan with a heavily taped up right ankle tonight. Tigers had a blocked punt earlier this evening, and they come after it with a low snap. Alvarez is going to get it off. Pretty good punt. Ramos going to call fair catch. He'll catch it at the 45-yard line of Southwest. Tough catch, too. Has a good set of hands. And the Tigers will have a go. Good field position at the Southwest 45.
Quinton Adams not moving real good there. Coming on the field.
10:09 to go in the third quarter. Tigers leading at 27-0. Their first possession of the second half. Jordan Reed stays in the quarterback. And he is 8 of 13 for 106 yards in the first half. Inside handoff to Padilla. Jesus gets some good yardage inside the 35-yard line. Finally going to be dragged down at the 32, but it'll be a gain of 13 in the first half.
Samuel Arredondo got him, but he's still down. Samuel's still down. Oh, we had a timeout for injury there.
66 yards rushing for Padilla in the game. And timeout on the field with 10:04 to go in the third quarter. It's Imperial 27 and Southwest 0.
It's the Beauty Fall Flooring Sale now until November 30th. German Floor Covering is offering 24-month special financing on Shaw Floors, Anderson Tuftex, and Cortex Flooring. Whether you need carpet, hardwood, vinyl, or something to withstand pets, kids, or water, rest assured there's flooring that's just right for your lifestyle on approved credit. Visit German Flooring at 220 North J Street in Imperial.
Reed taking a handoff up the middle. We're going to be sacked down and brought down at the 39-yard line. Good heavy rush by the Southwest Eagles. We'll get a loss of 7. It'll be a second down and 17.
Yeah, there was 3 Eagles back there in the back row. I'm going to give out to Cooper Dickerson for the Eagles with the sack.
51 yards of losses to Reed tonight, man. They put a lot of pressure on him. Hands off to Padilla this time. Looks trying to by the line of scrimmage. Turns upfield. Gets hit hard at the 35-yard line. Then brought down at the 34. It'll be a gain of 5. But a third down and 12 coming up for the Tigers.
Armando Zavala finally brought him down for the Eagles. He did make a corner, though. That's a nice little stretch. 2 hands. He had both hands on it.
Gain of 5 puts him up to 71 yards on the night. Couple of touchdowns for Jesus Padilla. Good strong outing on 9 carries. Reed at the shotgun, goes back to pass. Has a little bit of time, then loses that time, runs out to his left, looks downfield, going to carry it himself along the sideline. Got the first down and then some. Going to be ran out of bounds around the 12-yard line. Good run, Jordan Reed.
Oh, I wish I would have seen who blocked that. Somebody made a beautiful block to break him open.
That's a 24-yard gain by Jordan Reed, who almost was tackled back in the pocket and got away from it. Good job by that.
Yeah, somebody made his block about the 25-yard line to break him loose.
First and 10 from the 12. Fumble. Padilla's going to cover it. It was fumbled on the snap to Reed, and Padilla saves the day by covering it at the 14-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple. Second down and 12.
New center, though. We got a new center. We got to give it to him.
Reed stays in the shotgun, takes the hand off, gets it out to Ramos on the far side. Ramos is going to go in, touchdown Tigers. Joey Ramos breaks the tackle as he catches it, and it turns 360 degrees to the inside. It goes in for the 14-yard touchdown reception. His first of the night and 9th of the year, and the Tigers are up 33-0.
So quick, so elusive. I went over and told Carol, so I'm so glad you get to see Ramos. You haven't seen him all year.
First pass of the second half, and it's completed for a touchdown from Jordan Reed to Joey Ramos.
Well, they snapped it.
And it's going to be a snap on the Wildcat. And going in for the extra 2-point conversion is Ryan Bonillas. And with 7:57 to go in the third quarter play, it's now the Tigers 35 and the Eagles nothing.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football teams with much-needed equipment and sending the players to special training. Now, through their fundraising efforts from the past and now, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They're always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
On the drive for the Tigers, it's going to be a 6-play drive, and they will cover 45 yards with a touchdown coming 2 minutes and 16 seconds later. 14-yarder from Jordan Reed to Joey Ramos. Touchdown number 21 of the season for Reed and 9th for Ramos. And Southwest gets the return right out to the 30-yard line, out to the 37-yard line, as Arredondo will get the nice return out to the 37, first and 10 for Southwest. One of the best field positions of the ballgame.
Dr. Kyler, real quick.
So 35-0, the Tigers leading it here in the third quarter. Southwest with the ball. Pretty good field position for tonight. 37-yard line. Inside handoff to Enders around the near side, and Enders going to be tackled right around the 40-yard line. We'll get a few yards on it, and not on the whole bunch. But any positives for Southwest, we'll gladly take it. It'll be a 4-yard gain, second down and 6 at the 41.
You know, Ethan Ramos finally came in big to stop it. I was watching Stephen Shaw. He just extended that play, made him keep going out.
18 yards on 8 carries for Enders. Inside handoff once again. It runs into a wall of red out of the 42, a gain of a yard. 3rd down and 5 coming up.
Ethan Ramos and Tanner Travis. Come back for the tackle.
So 3rd down and about 4. And put the ball around the 43-yard line. So 3rd and 4 coming up. Give Enders a couple on that one.
You know who I just thought we haven't mentioned today was Padilla, Marcus Padilla.
This is true. Back to pass whole team. Gonna go deep. Way over the intended receiver. He's kind of, that time just reached back and fired about as far as he could go.
Yeah, I think he was just showing off the arm.
Yeah. It was way overthrown.
Way over.
Yeah, it'll be a 4th down and 4 from the 43. And Southwest will have to punt again. 3 and out on both of their possessions here in the second half. So Benji Alvarez will come in to punt. Deep to receive for the Tigers. Joey Ramos on the far side. Lan Bonillas on the near side. The Tigers with a 35-0 lead over Southwest. 6:33 to go in this 3rd quarter of play. Tigers had a block punt earlier, but I'm not sure whether there's been a couple of times there's been punts. There's been no rush at all, and that's going to be one of those times right now. And Alvarez is going to go back to pass. He's going to throw it as a receiver incomplete. It was intended and would have had the first down to Armando Zavala, but he just dropped the ball. A little bit of a high pass, but very catchable.
No, that's catchable right there.
So instead of getting the first down, the Tigers are going to have great field position. 1st and 10 at the Southwest 43-yard line. Wow. Good idea.
Yeah, no, it was. They had it. They had the first down.
But, yeah.
Oh,
but it was
hold.
incomplete.
Let's see, we got... Oh, wrong team. Oh, I guess Luis Amarillas is already in there. It looks like they had 2 new linemen going in.
Padilla was staying in running back to the left side of Jordan Reed from the shotgun. Reed, inside hand up to Padilla. Padilla breaks a couple of tackles, eyes forward to the 40-yard line, a gain of 3. 2nd down and 3, or makes it 2nd and 7 coming up.
Josué Acosta with the stop. I like the way Padilla helped him out. Pat him on the helmet.
Southwest cheerleaders come over to cheer on the Imperial side. 2nd down and 7 from the 40. Back to pass. Reed completes it to Ryan Bonillas at the 33-yard line.
Close.
Very close to a first down. They may bring the chains out. It's real close. That's a little slant. And a good job by Jordan getting rid of it. That was a heavy ball.
That was
rush that time.
Up the middle. Yeah, I think James said it's first down.
Put an indecision there, moving the chains, but showing 3rd down.
There we go.
That will be a first down. Then you move the yard marker. So we'll be a gain of 7 on that, and a first down for the Tigers. And hand out to Padilla. We'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gain a couple of yards on them and see where they're going to mark the ball down at. He make it to the 30-yard line or not? They said he did make it to the 30, so gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Carlos Alfiro and Leonardo Gallego made the stop. That's a load to bring down.
2nd and 7 from the 30. Reed takes the inside handoff. Going to pass on the far side. Going to complete it to Jacob Gray. Gray will get the first down, and he breaks the tackle in the 2nd. And then finally he's pushed out of bounds around the 22-yard line. But good enough yardage for the first down.
He got it.
And the Tigers have a 1st and 10. Good job, Jordan Reed, taking his time on that one.
Yeah, he did.
To the 24-yard line.
Oh, look at that.
Off pass, Brenton Adams, wide open touchdown. That quickly, the Tigers with no huddle sent Brenton Adams along the sideline, and that was his 3rd touchdown reception of the night. And the Tigers were up 41-0.
Yeah, there was a breakdown in the backfield there for the Eagles. I think they all followed Ryan Bonillas on the cut. And he was all by himself. Brenton was all by himself. For his 3rd touchdown catch of the night, right?
Of the night, yeah, and it's his 8th of the year. And for Jordan Reed, his 4th touchdown pass of the night, his 22nd of the year.
They're both only juniors.
Yep. Well, back next year, you betcha. Velasquez for the extra point attempt. It is up. It is good. With 4:42 to go in the third quarter play, it's Imperial 47, Southwest 0.
Start your day off right with your favorite drink from Brickhouse Coffee, next door to Brickhouse Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brickhouse Coffee has so many drinks to choose from. Hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best iced tea in the valley with lots of different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brickhouse Deli with big, bold, fresh flavors. The valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Dayton Road in Imperial.
On the drive for the Tigers, 5 plays, 43 yards, using a minute and 22 seconds off the clock, capped by the 24-yard touchdown pass from Jordan Reed to Brenton Adams. Third time tonight that they've keyed up for touchdowns.
That's what I expected that all year. It's just never got it together.
47-0. Did they take the corners off the football? Because it just rolled on the ground like volleyball. Picked up and brought down almost immediately at the 23-yard line. That's where Southwest saw the ball, 1st and 10. Actually, to say his knees went down at the 24.
Yeah, Chris Alvarez tripped him up. I got him with second tackle on the kickoff team. Let's see, nothing changed. Well, Central over Powder 43-7 now in the third.
1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Inside handoff to Arredondo, breaks a couple of tackles behind the line of scrimmage, gets across the 25, then hammered and brought out of bounds at about the 27. Tanner Travis again in on the tackle, along with Ryan Bonilla.
Ryan hit him hard. Legal hit, though. It was legal.
At the 27, a gain of 3.
Sergio almost had it for a loss.
Second down at 7 from the 27. Three wide receivers to the right side, one to the left. Staying in the shotgun, back to pass to Joaquin. Pass on the far side, then it completed at the line of scrimmage. Breaks over one tackle, gets across the other, across the 34-yard line. Probably going to be brought down at the 34, but it'll be a gain of 7 yards on the play. And near a first down, depends on where the mark is going to be. And they're going to say first down. Good job.
Brandon Silva finally brought him down.
Not sure who caught that one.
Tanner had him in the backfield, but he came up holding his right hand and stayed in there.
I'm not sure who caught that one, but it was first down. Fumble on the snap, and Joaquin goes down onto the ground to try to get it, but it will be recovered by Southwest, but back at the 29-yard line, a loss of 5. I think the catch was by Joseph Enders a moment ago. They went for the 7 yards. It'll be a second down now. And 15 at the 29. And a loss of 5. Three wide receivers now to the right side of the field. That's the left side. Joaquin will stay in the shotgun, goes back to pass. Sets up in the pocket, throws over the middle. Has a receiver, Benji Alvarez, and as soon as the ball hits him, he is hit hard back there and drops the ball at the 47, incomplete. It'll be a 3rd and 15.
Oh, Andrew Luna.
Haven't said anything much tonight, but wow, what a tackle. Hit him at the perfect time.
Yeah.
Because it was a nice pass pattern by Alvarez. Good throw by Joaquin. And had Andrew not been there with the speed Alvarez has, who knows what's happened.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah.
That would have been a good race, though.
Yeah. 3rd and 15 from the 29 for Southwest. Back to pass again is Joaquin. Sets up in the pocket, rolls over to his right, tries to find some room now at the last moment, throws it, then it completed out to the 40-yard line.
Oh, no, incomplete.
Oh, he said incomplete. Yeah, incomplete. You're right.
He called it incomplete over there.
That was from the 39-yard line, by the way.
And I was right in front of him, too, that ref on the far end.
So falls incomplete, so 4th down and 15 from the 29. And Alvarez will stay in the lineup to punt. I don't know if they will try a fake again this time or not. I really don't think so.
No. They should have done a good job at Joaquin to get rid of that ball there.
Good pass.
Yeah. Instead of taking a loss.
John Wilson Bonilla's deep to receive. Heavy rush by the Tigers. He's going to get the punt off. Ramos will go back, let the ball bounce at the 40-yard line, and stays away from it, and is going to be downed at the 36, and there's a Tiger down on the field.
This is
Brennan Adams. Yeah, Brennan Adams. He's going to hop off the field on an ankle.
Oh, he tried to avoid the eagle that was back there, and he jumped over him, and he landed on his own knee, I think is what it was. Almost like the same thing that happened to Tanner on that point after his death.
Makes to the sidelines, and he's down on the ground. Going to check that ankle out. Tigers with a 42-0 lead. Have a 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line. Reed will hand it out to Padilla at the middle. He has some room to run out to the 45 to the 50. So the 40-yard line to the Eagle 30. So the 25 to the 20 before finally being brought down. Big hole up the middle for Jesus Padilla, and he takes advantage of it all the way down to the 16-yard line of the Eagle.
Ooh, James Butcher finally brought it down. That was a good race.
68 yards on that run, his longest of the year by Jesus Padilla.
That was pretty.
Puts him over 100 yards on the night as well.
He did let go with that second hand, though. Okay, both hands on that ball all the way.
No chances on that. 1st and 10 Tigers from the Eagle 16.
After the
Eagles jump outside, or did the Tigers pull them?
No, they jumped.
Yeah, I thought so.
They jumped on
offsides against the Eagles.
Because the linemen for throw, they get up and set back down. So
there were quite a few penalties on one drive tonight, but other than that, really haven't been a whole lot of penalties. Ooh. Nope, it's going to be a legal procedure against the Tigers. So make it a 1st and 15 and bring it back to the 21-yard line.
Ooh. 15 to 16, Vincent. Coming back. Hopeville's coming back.
Oh, okay.
15 to 16.
1st and 15 from the 21.
Oh.
Take the inside handoff. Back to passes Alvarado and a quarterback. He goes into the end zone. It's going to be caught by Joey Ramos. And I think it was going to be a penalty against Southwest for defensive holding. And Ramos is going to catch the ball for the touchdown anyway. Great job, Joey Ramos.
Coming.
I don't know. I think it's going to go against Southwest. It looked like defensive holding. Or they're going to call that against Joey. They're going to call that against Joey. And they both were tussling. I think it looked like there was a defensive holding on that. And Joey's able to break away, but so Joaquin Alvarado comes in at quarterback for the Tigers. 53% completion ratio on 18 of 34 for 299 yards. 3 touchdowns and an interception. And he comes in here in the 3rd quarter with the Tigers leading 42-0. That penalty will bring the Tigers back to a 1st down and long from the 36-yard line. Inside handoff to Dio on the right side. Padilla gets some more yards. Wow, and it's head on into an eagle. That's a 56-yard line. Still in his feet, and we'll get inside the 30-yard line. And penalty flag goes down after the play. And they're going to call this against Jesus Padilla after the play. So he'll get the yardage all the way down to the 22-yard line. But then a penalty flag will go against the Tigers after a gain of 14.
I still haven't had to talk with him about going around the defender instead of through him. For some reason, he likes to go through them.
159 yards rushing at Jesus Padilla, but that 15-yard penalty will not make Terry Laguerra happy. That'll bring it back to the 38-yard line. And it will be a 1st down and a long.
He's happy.
At the 38.
But anyway, Joaquin is in there now.
Joaquin, a quarterback, and now as Ryan Bonilla is going into the backfield with him, Jason Tenal comes into the lineup. He'll go wide left, and there will be a timeout on the field.
Yes.
With 59 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter of play. The score, the Tigers 42 and the Eagles 0.
No matter what you need to keep your home cool and comfortable, R&K Air Conditioning has it. From complete 10-star cooling systems to the latest in Wi-Fi capable thermostats, we have everything you need to stay comfortable. That's why you should make R&K Air Conditioning your first and only call for your cooling needs. Call 760-353-7570 or find us online at rkair.net. 10 stars, quality you can feel.
Day in and day out, your publicly owned Imperial Irrigation District proudly delivers low-cost, reliable energy service to its customers in the Imperial and Coachella Valley. When compared to other power providers, IID's residential, commercial, and governmental customers all save up to 50% on their monthly energy bill. That's because IID is committed to more than just delivering power. IID is committed to you. IID, where customers always come first.
Tigers have a first down and long. Second down, I should say. Second down and about 32 from the 38. And Southwest Jones. And yeah, the penalty flag finally going to come out. It's going to be an offsides against Southwest. So make that penalty this time will go against Southwest. It'll make it a second down. And now about 27 on the third 33.
Yeah, I thought they were going to get Luis Amarillas for that because he did a...
I think he moved.
He said to jump, he blocked back there.
Right.
I think it might be a pass coming up.
Yeah, I'd say you find it there. Alvarado back to pass. Straight drop back pass. It's going to be a screen pass. Going to be caught. Brian Bonillas takes up and moves up to the 20, line to the 10. 5 touchdown Tigers. Wow, a screen pass, and Ryan Bonillas does the rest. And the Tigers...
And the defender was there with Brian.
Now 48-0. Wow.
Defender was there with Brian. He just outran him.
So for Ryan, that's his 5th touchdown of the season. And for Joaquin Alvarado, his 4th touchdown pass of the year.
He sure got some nice blocking from the ends that were way downfield to break him loose.
So the Tigers will have Velasquez come in for the extra point attempt.
I like the way Brenton Adams jumped back. Didn't even try to make a block. A couple of times this year, he blindsided people and got called for it.
Ball is down, kick is up by Velasquez, and is good. With 47 seconds to go in the third quarter of play, it's the Tigers 49 and the Eagles 0.
Start the day off right by having breakfast at Broken Yoke Cafe. Once again voted best breakfast in the Imperial Valley by our customers. Thank you. Remember, Broken Yoke strives every day to bring you great service and great food. Still preparing everything fresh daily. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Log on to Broken Yoke Cafe and join the club or order your meal online. Broken Yoke Cafe on North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
3 plays, 36 yards. Of course, with the penalties, it kind of they change around a little bit. Actually, it's going to be longer on that yardage. It's going to be 64 yards on the 3 plays, including 68-yard run by Jesus Padilla, another 14-yard, and then a 33-yard touchdown pass from Joaquin Alvarado to Ryan Bonillas. And with Velasquez's extra point, it's a 49-0 Tiger lead with just seconds to go in the third quarter. Return by Ingers, and he's got a little bit of room to run on the far side out to the 30-yard line to the 35. Finally going to be run out of bounds. Around the 34-yard line, they're going to say he went out of bounds. That's where Southwest will have the ball first and 10 at their own 34. 36 seconds remaining third quarter. We'll be back next Friday night here in Imperial again to wind up the regular season against the Palo Verde Yellow Jackets out of Blythe. Be on the air at 6:45 as usual. So make sure you tune in to the final regular season game. You know, it seemed like the season was starting, and now we're done. Next week is Game 10. What happened?
Oh, gosh.
Inside hand, Benji Alvarez, and he's going to get the good yardage. It stretches out to about the 40-yard line. The gain is 6, second down at 4.
He almost got away from Ethan. Ethan held down to that right foot.
Kind of surprised that he hasn't been more of their offense tonight, to be honest with you. 23 seconds to go, maybe one more snap here in the third quarter for the Eagles. Alvarez goes into the backfield, along with Holguin. 10 seconds to go. Handoff again to Alvarez, who runs on the left side. He's going to get the first down across the 45-yard line to the 46. Gain of 6, first and 10 Southwest. And that's with 2 seconds to go, maybe the end of this quarter, I should say.
Yep.
21 yards on 4 carries for Alvarez in the game. And that will be the end of the third quarter of play with the score. The Imperial Tigers 49 and the Southwest Eagles 0.
I don't worry anymore about getting stranded with my car breaking down. Why is that? That automotive class I took at Imperial Valley College not only prepared me to fix my own car, it also prepared me for a new career in automotive repair.
I like the way you think. I've always wanted to become a welder.
Then check out these and other IVC career education classes at imperial.edu. For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has helped different clubs and sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way, keeping your kids busy with school activities. Their members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, please contact Betty or Larry at 760-355-1312. That's 355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
Final 12 minutes of the ball game, with Imperial leading at 49-0 over Southwest. Tigers looking to get their fourth victory on the season. Southwest with a 1st and 10 to start off this final quarter from their own 47-yard line. And it's going to be a running clock for the remainder of the ball game. Franco Lindo Dale advises us. Hogan will go back to pass. Sets up in the pocket, rolls out to his right. Looking downfield, going to pass just before getting hit. Incomplete. Intended for Enders, going to be way short. But man, he got hit just as he let go of the ball, and he's taking time to get up. Who was it that came up with the hit on that?
Against Pitonis.
Yeah, that's kind of my bad.
Yeah, I don't know that he's got another playing time. I just noticed Maurice Padilla over here on the sideline. I don't know what happened there.
So it'll be a 2nd down and 10 from the 47.
Yeah, that was too long of a throw there. That receiver should have come back to help him.
Yeah. That really Andrew Luna almost came up with the interception. Joaquin, inside handoff fake to Alvarez, will run around the right side. Man, he got hit hard. Tanner Travis, what in his Ponce? Came in and lowered the boom. James Ponce, ouch. Could feel that one up here, too. And that was right after Joaquin got up late on the play before. Got his bell rung here. No gain. 3rd down and 10. Ouch.
Yeah, Franco Ponce.
And Pitonis again.
Yeah, Pitonis.
Yeah. Wow. Ouch. That's hurt.
I know what Pitonis. James Ponce. I'm sorry.
3rd down and 10 from the 47. Whole game. Back to pass. Going to be an takes the inside handoff. That goes over to left. Man, here comes Tanner again. Penalty flag goes down. It's going to have to be a hold, I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Tanner good hit to bring it down. And man, whole game's got a lot of guts to get up after getting hit 3 times hard consecutively. And he goes slowly to the sideline. It's going to be face mask against the Tigers. A face mask call against Imperial. Man, whole game. He took 3 shots in a row.
Well, he's seen him 15, 20 yards away coming out, and why wouldn't he get rid of that ball?
Yeah. And Tanner's come right straight to him, too. It's not like he caught him from behind.
Or throw it at Tanner to slow him down.
It's going to be a loss on the play of about 9 yards. But then with a penalty against Imperial, it's going to make it a 3rd down and 7, putting the ball at the Tiger 49-yard line. Boy, he's taking shots.
The last 3 plays.
3 in a row.
He's still there.
And off inside to Benji Alvarez around the right side. Benji with a straight arm. Not going to put it. Ethan Ramos going to bring it down, but another penalty flag as the helmet comes off of Alvarez, and then a penalty flag after the play's over as well. Facing another face mask against the Tigers, and then I'm not sure what the pit ball call is going to be.
It was against Ramos over here. The coach grabbed him right away.
Can't have that.
Ethan grabbed him out around the helmet, and he twisted him around.
Sorry, that's what the first call is going to be. What's going to be the second is going to be an unsportsmanlike call against who?
Number 5.
Okay.
Ramos. Oh, wait. So he just said, I just seen the ref say, we're going to go that way, and then come back.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the first one's going to go against Imperial in a face mask. Second one's going to go unsportsmanlike against Southwest.
Yeah.
We'll let the referee now get the call. It's going to be face mask against Imperial.
15.
and then it will be a dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike, against Southwest.
Now we're coming back.
So, and they'll bring it back, so it basically goes 15-15. And the ball will go to the 45-yard line of the Tigers. And they've already moved the chains.
Now, did we make a first down on that?
No, they did not. They were at the Tiger 49, they're at the 45. They needed 7 yards. They got 4. So we're going to have to move the chains back to where they needed to be.
Yeah, they don't know where to go. The yard markers don't know where to go.
There should be a 4th down and about 3 from the 45. So let's see. No, they're going to say it's a first down. It was a 3rd down as well.
Do they get the first down on the penalty?
I guess that's what they're going to do, yeah. So it's 1st and 10, and out Benji Alvarez. And Alvarez will drive his way inside the 40-yard line to about the Tiger 37. I think it's the 38. The gain is 7. 2nd down and 3 coming up.
Now that's what I expected out of right there.
With the running clock, it's down to 6:44 now, as it ran during all those penalties. And I'll begin to Alvarez, and Benji will get the first down inside the 35-yard line. See how far his forward momentum is going to get. It will get to about the 31, a gain of 7. And it's a 1st and 10 for Southwest at the Tiger 31.
Now he's running downhill.
Yeah, I'm just kind of surprised that he wasn't more of the offense earlier in the game. On the jet sweep, Enders gets the call to the near side. Enders finds a little bit of a crease and will get inside the 30-yard line to about the 26, gain of 5, 2nd down and 5.
Manuel Pitone and James Ponce again, combining for the tackle for the Tigers.
40 yards on 7 carries for Alvarez, and a player down on the field for Southwest. Clock will stop on injuries at 5:47 mark. And the Southwest player is still down on the field while we check on his condition. The score, Imperial 49, Southwest 0, and we will be right back.
Eaton Express in Imperial is your one-stop convenience store with full-service car wash, gas, and diesel. It's a place for all your snacks, cold drinks, and ice-cold beer. And if you're throwing a party, kegs, wine, and champagne. Everything you need at one convenient location. While you're there, get your vehicle washed and save us with 8 gallons of gas or diesel and get the 10-star wash free. Yes, Eaton Express is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Highway 86 and Eaton Road in Imperial.
Injured play for Southwest is up, and it is Joseph Enders, and he will make his way to the sideline under his own power. Any updated scores? I know you're taking a look at those.
Well, in baseball, we got Houston over Washington 4-1 in the bottom of the 8th. Got Brawley running clock 3rd quarter over Calexico 51-0. Central in the 3rd 43 over Palo Verde 7. And then the Vincent Memorial over Hovu game, it is 16-15 in the 3rd.
Wow, we knew that was going to be a close one.
Yeah.
Vincent Memorial had a very comfortable lead earlier in the game, and Hovu now starting to claw their way back. So we'll keep an eye on that score as well. 2nd down and 7. Back to pass, or make it 2nd and 6. O'Gee's going to go for the end zone, incomplete. Ramos got tied up with the intended receiver, Jacob Gomes. It will fall incomplete. It'll be a 3rd down and 6 on the 27. Is there? I don't see the flag, but
It just came up.
It's going to be a legal procedure against the Eagles. So no play there. 5 yards. Will it be it's going to be declined. So the pass will go as incomplete. 3rd down and 6 from the 27.
Yeah, got declined.
3rd and 6 from the 27. Clock continues to roll. 4:50 to go in the game. Tigers leading at 49-0. Holguin from the shotgun. Oh, hands it off to Alvarez. He has nowhere to go. That's what the red shirts are going to bring it down at the 30-yard line. A loss of 3. It'll be a 4th down and 9 from the 30. He just had no chance of that at all.
I just mentioned it. Maurice Padilla with the tackle for the Tigers. Just went in. I see number 50, oddly enough, Miles Moore. No, that wasn't Miles Moore. I don't know who 50 is, Miles. It's not Miles.
It's indeed a running clock lead for the rest of this ball game. And the story will bring you up. We're talking about how cold it was at Pine Valley. Let's take a look at his recollections. His whole team rolls out to his left, looking downfield, throws it. Caught or not? Not sure. Was it a caught? Passes. It is going to be caught by Southwest. Down at the 6-yard line, it's going to be Eddie Valise that will come up with the catch. And it's going to be a first and, no, they're going to say no good. Oh. Wasn't sure on it. The referees are getting ready to set the ball. But no, it was not good. It will go incomplete. The Tigers will take over possession on downs. 1st and 10. And they will be at their own 30-yard line.
Yeah, nobody knew what was going on there. I know the ref on the far side said incomplete, but then he stayed there to mark the ball, so confused everybody.
Tolkien only has completed 1 of 4 passes in the second half for 7 yards, 58 in the game on 5 of 14.
Hey, Jason Denal's in there.
Jason Denal seeing the lineup. Yeah, there was a wide receiver in the slot left, along with Joey Ramos wide left.
Good kid. I got to coach you.
Padilla in the backfield. Penalty flag, illegal procedure against the Tigers. Make it a 1st and 15. Put it back to the 25.
I didn't see it that time.
So make it a 1st and 15 to the 25. Tanner Travis comes into the lineup. Miles.
Yeah, Miles in there.
Yeah. Joaquin Alvarado will stay in at quarterback for the Tigers. And now going into the backfield for Imperial will be Adrian Raya. He'll get the call up from the Tiger hole. He's out to the 35 to the 40-yard line. Gets the first down. Through the speed to the 40-yard line to the 50. And Raya will get all the way down to the southwest 49-yard line. They get right at midfield, a 25-yard gain in the first down for Imperial. Great run.
26.
25-yard gain on that. Wow, so good moves as he tried to get through the line there.
Cool. 5'7", 130-pound sophomore, Adrian Raya.
1st and 10 Tigers right at midfield. And off inside handoff. This time getting the call is going to be Kevin Luna. And Luna on his first carry of the night will get some good positive yards. Get about 3 yards on it. It'll be a 2nd down and 7 from the Southwest 47. The Tigers getting some players that don't normally see playing action out there. Although Melendrez is in the game going wide right. Minute 3 to go in the game.
We got a timeout.
And the timeout on the field with 1:01 to go. The score, Imperial 49 and Southwest 0.
It's the Beauty Fall Flooring Sale now until November 30th. German Floor Covering is offering 24-month special financing on Shaw Floors, Anderson Tuftek, and Cortec Flooring. Whether you need carpet, hardwood, vinyl, or something to withstand pets, kids, or water, rest assured there's flooring that's just right for your lifestyle on a true credit. Visit German Flooring at 220 North James Street in Imperial.
2nd down and 7 for the Tigers from the Southwest 47-yard line. And out to Luna up the middle again. And Luna will get to the 45 and hammered down by Denji Alvarez right at the 45. Good hard tackle, but after a gain of a couple and a 3rd down and 5 coming up, and that will probably do in this as the Tigers are going to take this victory. Big win for Imperial. They needed to get this victory to get their playoff hopes still alive, and will come away with a 49-0 win over the Southwest Eagles. We'll recap the scoring. and the stats for you in just a moment on our post-game show. Stay with us.
When it comes to Mexican food, El Zarape in Imperial does it right. From their special quesadillas, served the way you like it, deep fried with cheese, and you add the fillings to tacos, burritos, enchiladas, and more. There's daily specials, too. The food is great, and the service is even better. And don't forget to reserve your tamales for the holidays. El Zarape, located at 139 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial. Open Monday through Saturday.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football teams with much-needed equipment and sending the players to special training. Now, through their fundraising efforts from the past and now, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They're always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers! Start your day off right with your favorite drink from Brickhouse Coffee, next door to Brickhouse Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brickhouse Coffee has so many drinks to choose from. Hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best iced tea in the valley with lots of different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brickhouse Deli with big, bold, fresh flavors. The valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Dayton Road in Imperial. No matter what you need to keep your home cool and comfortable, R&K Air Conditioning has it. From complete 10-star cooling systems to the latest in Wi-Fi capable thermostats, we have everything you need to stay comfortable. That's why you should make R&K Air Conditioning your first and only call for your cooling needs. Call 760-353-7570 or find us online at rkair.net. 10-star quality you can feel.
Tigers would have a 27-0 halftime lead and would come back to make it 35-0 in the third quarter on a 6-play, 45-yard drive using 2 minutes and 16 seconds, capped by the 14-yard touchdown pass from Jordan Reed to Joey Ramos. 2-point run conversion by Ryan Bonillas. The Tigers led 35-0. Then with 4:42 to go in the third quarter, 5-play, 43-yard drive was capped by a 24-yard pass from Jordan Reed to Brenton Adams. The extra point by Velasquez was good. It was 42-0, and the Tigers would wind up the scoring with 47 seconds to go in the third quarter on a 33-yard touchdown pass from Joaquin Alvarado to Ryan Bonillas on a 3-play, 64-yard drive using minute 48 off the clock. Velasquez's extra point would make our final score 49-0. For the Tigers, Jordan Reed would complete 10 of 15 passes for 127 yards, making 160 yards passing. Nope, was 127 passing. Then you had the 33 yards from Joaquin Alvarado, making it 160 in the game. Completing 2 passes for 40 yards for Ryan Bonillas and a touchdown. There were 2 catches for 63 yards and 2 touchdowns to Brenton Adams. 4 catches for 45 yards and a touchdown for Joey Ramos. 2 catches, 16 yards for Jacob Gray, and 1 catch for -4 to Brennan Adams. So 160 yards of passing for the Tigers. To make an adjustment here, 3:04. And in the rushing department, Jesus Padilla, 159 yards on 13 carries. Wow.
Awesome.
5 yards on 2 carries for Kevin Luna, 25 yards by Adrian Raya, 4 for Ryan Bonillas, 3 for Brendan Adams, and a -29 for Jordan Reed in the game. A pretty lopsided, as much as the score indicates, by a final score of 49-0. Quickly going through for Southwest, Nathan Holguin would complete 5 of 14 passes for 58 yards. Benji Alvarez, 8 carries, 37 yards. Samuel Arredondo, 4 carries for 24 yards. Eddie Valise, 2 carries for 3 yards. And Joseph Enders, -12 on 3 carries. Josh Winders at 9 carries and 20 yards. And then Holguin would be tackled for -17 in the game. So you're only looking at a net of about 25 yards for Southwest rushing. So it was a one-sided game statistically and on the scoreboard, with the Tigers winning at 49-0. And we'll get a quick talk here before heading down to his team. So Brady Hawk, congratulations. A big victory and one you needed tonight.
Yeah, we did. We're kind of buried in a hole where we can't afford another loss. And if we do, there's no more playoffs. So we had to do what we had to do today, took care of it. Unfortunately, they kind of came back after that last week at Central. So if you be like that, kind of go one of two ways. You can kind of rally and get after, or you can kind of get down and throw in the towel. And nice to see that we rallied a little bit.
I think it showed a lot of heart from our team coming back after a loss like that tonight. A hard-hitting contest. There was a lot of good rushing on defense, good tackling, and the offense just put the points up.
Yeah, we did a pretty good job. I think Jordan had 5 touchdown passes. Right. We did a good job. They didn't even cover Brenton on this last one, so he saw that and threw it up. And that was one of those ones where I was looking at the line, and I kind of see him look right and throw. Like, what are you doing? And like, no, don't. Oh, hey, good job, nice race. So it looked like we clicked pretty good this game, so.
And that's what we needed to see too. Like I said, especially coming back after a loss like there was last week. And you said the team could come out really flat after this, even though you have to win tonight. You have to win next week to secure a playoff spot. And they did come out to play.
Yeah, they did. They did a pretty good job. We had a few hiccups there in the first and second quarter there where they kind of threw a few different blitzes at us that we hadn't seen on film. So it took a little while to adjust and stop them. But after that, we got rolling. And they did a great job opening up holes on the line. But that's kind of how they're gonna give us a 5-man box like that and try and double Joey. Well, then we're gonna run it at you. And the line did a good job getting bodies on bodies and opening up a hole.
And when you're talking about the line, you had 2 players that were out tonight, Kai Bishop and Sebastian Mendoza, but their replacements came in, did a good job. Fort Manuel had some huge holes to go through.
Yeah, they did. They did a pretty good job. Luis Amarias, he played at Brawley and played at Central, so he's got a few games under his belt. And then Daniel Mendenhall, he played a little bit last week against Central, and then he started against Hopeville because Caleb Rollins was at a wedding. So he has a couple games under his belt now, so it's a good thing we got a little bit of depth. And good thing is the 5 that were out there right now, there's only 1 that's a senior, and that's Folk. So they'll all be back next year, and then Kyle will be back next year as well. So at least we got some returners, 5 returners with starting experience for next year. So.
Palo Verde coming in next week. Again, it's another must-win game for the Tigers.
Yeah, it is. And I haven't looked at them yet. I kind of go one game at a time, but we'll look at them over the weekend. I know they got a new coach, and I think they run kind of a little double wing. They run the ball a lot more than they did under Dagnino. So we'll see what they look like this weekend and get them ready for it's basically the playoffs now. So
exactly.
Run out, lose and go home.
All right. So it's another must-win game next week. Congratulations on a great game for the Tigers for the big win tonight. Thanks for stopping by.
So thank you.
All right. Brady Hoff, offensive coordinator for the Tigers. 5 touchdown passes on the night for Imperial. 4 of those by Jordan Reed, 1 by Joaquin Alvarado, and the Tigers will come up with a 49-0 win. Do you have some defensive stats for us while we have the opportunity?
Let's mention these names because they did a heck of a job tonight. Yeah, Brandon Silva. I got him with 11 tackles.
He was all over the place.
Ethan Ramos also with 11 and that's what I was excited about at halftime, that the linebackers are doing all the work. That's the way it should be. Let your front line do all the blocking and get your linebackers in there. Sergio Serrano, Tanner Travis, each ended up with 4. Joey Ramos, Chris Alvarez, Manuel Pitones, James Ponce, Omar Garibaldi, and Isaiah Velasquez. Each ended up with 2 tackles the night for the Tigers. Miles Moore does a good job. I love him up in that front line. He only ended up with 2, but I love the pressure he puts on them. Tall and lanky, and my grandson Stephen Shaw told me that there's a man to watch right there when he starts to play because he was ineligible for the first 5 games.
Well, it was a game that we said from the beginning was a must-win game for the Tigers, and they did win. They've got to win again next week to try to secure a place in the CIF playoffs. And they'll have a chance of that right here in Imperial as they play host to Palo Verde next week. I want to thank all of our sponsors for being with us again here in 2019, including the Imperial Quarterback Club, serving high school football and students for over 60 years. The Brick House Coffee out there at the Lisa Tucker Center on 8 Road near Myrtle in Imperial. 8 Express on the corner of 86 and 8 Road in Imperial. Dermis Floor Covering. Stop by and say hi to Ray and the crew at Dermis. There's a Rocky Restaurant. There's a Mexican food they do, right?
Yes, they do.
Imperial Tiger Football Association. Right now sounds really good.
Yeah.
Imperial Tiger Football Association. We got Tiger football for many years. The Brook and Yoke Cafe once again voted best breakfast in the Valley. Imperial Valley College looking at enrolling into their automotive tech department. Remember IVC for your higher education needs. And thanks to R&K Auto for air conditioning, around home comfort specialist, the Imperial Irrigation District, your locally owned utility. And that pretty well does it from here. Let's take a look at those final scores around the area. See if we have some updated scores before we sign off. And Lee was talking about, while you're looking at it, we were talking about how cold things were up in Pine Valley. So every night, the Imperial tied Mountain Empire for the San Diego Section CIS title. So 7-7 game. It's a legitimate cold that night, the low 40s, high 30s, he thinks. And Mike Swearinger was the head coach at the time. I think Rick Abood, who used to play at Imperial.
Yes. I remember
Imperial. I think he was the coach of Mountain Empire that year. Ended up
it was freezing cold.
7-7. Yeah, it was very cold.
And Vincent has the ball with 3 minutes to go.
And
16-15.
Still Vincent, 16-15 in that game.
It.
Huge game for both of those clubs that came into the night with records of 7-1. Other games for you before we sign off, just to get you caught up with everything. Brawley defeated Calexico 58-0 with Central 43, Palo Verde 7. That makes both those teams 7-2 going into the Bell Lane game next week at Central. That will be a big one for lots of things, including the Rio Valley League Championship. And as we mentioned, Vincent Memorial leading 16-15 with 3 minutes to go, and they have the football in Holtville. So listen to Gabe Moose. He'll continue on, and those at KXO will update those scores throughout the evening as well. Final score here and again, Imperial Tigers 49, the Southwest Eagles 0. And we'll be back to do it again next Friday night.
I want to thank Gabe and Kurt back at the studio for all the hard work and for putting us on.
Right, and keeping us updated with scores. Really scores throughout the night.
That is so
really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
So thanks a lot, guys. That'll do it from here in Imperial with the final score.
Hold on.
Vincent 23, so it's Vincent 23, Hogo 15 with 2 minutes. So Vincent scored again. So, wow, that pretty well puts it away in this one. So, yeah, Vincent, and then also Houston over Washington 4-1. Wow.
Over.
I keep wanting to see the finishers. I'm really getting like the Nationals. But I could say Ted Williams is coach. That's really going far back. Anyway, that about wrap it up for here. Tyler, we done? Ready to walk home?
All
right, I'm ready to walk home. Final score here.
It's the game. She didn't know it was over.
She was having fun talking and visiting. Yeah, there you go. She was still wanting to watch.
This was a good homecoming for her.
Good homecoming.
Got caught up with everybody.
There you go. So that'll not do it here from Imperial. For George Grijalva and Micky Dale signing off from Imperial. Final score, the Imperial Tigers 49, the Southwest Eagles 0. We'll talk to you again next Friday. Good night.